rather than the left side of the court. That's what they were doing in game one.
Our Blue Cross Blue Shield injury report for the Suns. Mark West has been out with a bad foot. He is in uniform. He is available for duty. That's what team physician Richard Emerson has told us. Paul Westphal says he just would like to see West practice scrimmage before using him, but we'll wait and see what happens in this one here tonight. Suns in their road uniforms, of course. Purple trimmed in orange, white, and black. The Rockets in their home white trimmed in red and gold. And as you know, there are some Phoenix fans here. They'll be trying to make themselves heard over this sellout Houston Rocket crowd. On Sunday, the Rockets got off to a quick start. They led by 10 at the end of the first period, by as many as 18 early in the second quarter. But the Suns, from that point on, the Phoenix Suns started to take over and, of course, came away with a win. Ready for the jump ball to start this ball game. Oliver Miller will step into that center circle for the Suns. Hakeem Olajuwon for the Rockets, and the Suns get the tip. Sabalos holds it and then just hands the ball back to Kevin Johnson. KJ played defensively with Kenny Smith. Out to Oliver Miller, bounces low to Sabalos. One dribble, he better hurry. Shoots it and won't get it. Olajuwon with the rebound. Sabalos took maybe a little extra time on that shot. In the corner, Ori. Here's the bounce pass to Olajuwon to Kenny Smith. Here's the three-pointer, and he got it, and that's the outside shooting the Rockets want.
That's what they want. That's what they feel they need to win.
So it's an early 3-0 Houston lead. Kevin Johnson over on the right side of the court. Then Kenny Smith defending against him. KJ with the baseline drive. Out to Oliver Miller. Miller puts it on the floor, takes it inside, has it knocked away. Kenny Smith gathers it in, and it's the Rockets on the run, but Kenny Smith will drive and score. Block shot, layup on the other end for the Rockets.
The Rockets got both things that Rudy T talked about, the long out-court shot and the breakaways.
Just as they did on Sunday, the Rockets have come out very emotional and ready to go. Now here's Barkley in for the jam, and his one-on-one play puts the Suns up on the scoreboard, 5-2 Houston. Kenny Smith over on the right side. The lob goes into Olajuwon. He's at the baseline right. Waits as he one-hands the basketball. Fakes the drive. He's used the dribble. Now comes out to Maxwell. He'll put up a three-pointer. It is short. Rebound Barkley. Barkley starts out of backcourt. Beats Marley out on the break and looked like he was hit and fouled. But the ball was what Maxwell got his hand on, and that deflects it out of bounds. Good play by Maxwell of Houston.
Looked like Marley was going to get a step there, but Maxwell has great speed and was able to catch him.
Now the Suns inbound to Barkley. He'll shoot a three. Shazam! What a shot! Whataburger sends $50 to Suns charities, and Charles Barkley's tied the ball game.
Certainly has. Again, the Suns making the Rockets take it down the right side.
Kenny Smith on the dribble, holds up, feeds out to Otis Thorpe. Thorpe, the lob in underneath for Ori now. Ori flips the ball out of bounds. One of the Suns apparently deflected it. And with 8 seconds on the shot clock, Houston will have possession. Let's see who the Rockets want to throw the ball in from out of bounds. Nobody yet. Now finally Robert Ori will slide over to the baseline. 8 seconds for Houston to get a shot off. Kenny Smith breaks over to the ball, gets the inbound pass. Marley taking him defensively. Smith out front on the drive to Olajuwon. 16-footer, not good. Rebound tip. Ori's there as it knocked away by Marley. Saved underneath by Thorpe. Miller goes for the block. Foul will be called by referee Tommy Nunez on the Suns' Oliver Miller.
That time, Barkley and Cedric Sabalos battled for the ball, but Otis Thorpe kept it alive, got it to Ori. They knocked it away from Ori, back to Thorpe, and Miller had to reach over and foul him to keep him from the stop.
Otis Thorpe's first free throw is around and off. During the regular season, he had only 65% from the line.
And he's only 4 for 8 in the playoffs, so now 4 for 9, so he's under 50%. If you're going to foul somebody, Otis Thorpe is the man.
Thorpe out of Providence. His next free throw is good. He got one of the two. And that'll break the tie and put the Houston Rockets up 6-5. Kevin Johnson down the right side of the basketball. KJ keeps it going up and down on the dribble. Sabalos trying to get loose underneath now. KJ's going to be trapped and double teamed. He'll feed Marley. Over it comes to Barkley. Barkley on the drive at the baseline is fouled, and he gets the shot. Count it. Baseline left side 14 feet away with people hanging on him. And Barkley will go to the free throw line, and Otis Thorpe will pick up the foul.
So the score is Barkley 7, The Rockets 6. Charles has been really tough offensively. Shot clock running down. He knew he had to take the shot. Got the Rockets up in the air. Went into them. Still finished it off. We'll try to make a three-pointer.
Barkley, 4 of 5 free throws in the opening game of this series on Sunday when he had 21 points and 12 rebounds. And this free throw's up and good. 8-6, Suns lead it. 9 minutes, 30 seconds plus the time remaining in this opening quarter. Along with Cotton Fitzsimmons, Al McCoy here in Houston. Loose ball, but Maxwell's able to retrieve it for the Rockets. Maxwell goes inside Otis Thorpe. Thorpe with a little jump hook, good. Ceballos was there to try and double team, but didn't reach in. And Thorpe got the shot underneath for the Houston Ball Club to tie it at 8 apiece. Kevin Johnson, right side, goes to Ceballos. One bounce. He has it knocked down by Horry. Out of bounds. Suns will have it. Ceballos was open, but as soon as they saw the pass going in, Horry and Hakeem double-teamed Ceballos.
Well, Olajuwon fouled on the play. Jake O'Donnell let him get away with it. He went right across the arm of Ceballos on that play.
4 blocks for Houston here in the opening quarter. Ceballos inbounding. Barkley against Otis Thorpe. Barkley starts the drive. Thorpe stays with him. Barkley the other way. Fades, looks, shoots, scores. Boy, did he work for that shot.
He worked for it. Shot clock running down again. Had to take the shot.
All 10 points of the Suns have been scored by Sir Charles. Here's Horry on the right side. Inside Olajuwon. He works his way in deep with Miller. The fake, the shot won't go, and Miller with a rebound. Miller's outlet to Kevin Johnson. Ahead it goes to Barkley. Just wasn't looking for the pass. Tough luck. Suns lose it out of bounds, and Barkley says, my fault.
Yeah, he knew it was his fault. Normally, KJ doesn't give Barkley the ball that far out, but the Suns had the numbers, and KJ tried to push it up quick.
Lead pass comes to Thorpe. Marley trying to knock it away. Can't come up with a steal. Thorpe passes down the left side for Maxwell. Maxwell for Olajuwon. He's on the perimeter left. Puts it on the floor. Here's the drive in the lane. Back to Maxwell, but hold the phone. We got a stop and play. Referee Jake O'Donnell going to make the call here. And it's going to be foul on Oliver Miller, and that'll be his second personal.
Yeah, and you don't want him in foul trouble because Mark West is hurt, and he might have to play him late if Oliver fouls out.
New shot clock for Houston. Horry left side. Bounce the ball into Hakeem Olajuwon. Here's that jump hook, that famous jump hook. Good 5 feet away.
Now you see why the Suns don't want that guy on the left side of the court. He can turn right and shoot that hook.
10-10 tie. Kevin Johnson goes cross court for Barkley. Barkley's going to put up a 3. Won't get it. Rebound Miller. Good. Oliver Miller on the offensive rebound. Jams it through. Heads up play by the O Show.
And the Suns had Houston's defense doing a little scrambling.
12-10. Phoenix on top. Kenny Smith across the three-point stripe. Here's the bounce pass going to Olajuwon. Has to chase it a bit to come up with the catch, but he does. Looks to back down. He scrambles, and Marley double teaming makes the steal. Suns come up with the ball. Defense pays off. Pass deflected. Who's going to come up with it? Olajuwon. Knocked down underneath. Ceballos has it. Great hustle by the Suns. Ceballos shoots it off the glass too hard. Missed the 8-footer in the lane. Horry rebounds. Out to Maxwell. Maxwell with KJ to beat. Takes it to the hoop, and Kevin Johnson blocks it. But Thorpe saves it. And Barkley blocks it. Oh, brother. Over to Kevin Johnson. We're seeing some excellent defensive play by both clubs. Kevin Johnson to Ceballos. Layup underneath. No. Rebound battle. And Olajuwon gets it. Bounce pass to Maxwell. High dribble out of backcourt. Here's the drive. He's open to the hoop for the layup.
What happened that time, Al? Barkley, Ceballos, Miller chased the ball after the Rockets got it. Left nobody back but KJ and Marley with the numbers against them.
Game is tied now, 12 apiece. Almost halfway through the opening quarter. Here's Barkley, baseline fake, the drive to the hoop, miss it with the left hand. Rebound Horry. Barkley goes down to the floor. Out to Kenny Smith. Push it up quickly to Thorpe. Underneath it goes to Olajuwon, and he misses. Rebound tip to the side to Kevin Johnson. Both clubs pushing the ball up quickly. Both clubs crashing the boards. KJ right side. 14-footer on the way. Swish, it's good. 14-12 Suns, and Kevin Johnson gets the basket.
Yeah, and he leaned in to Kenny Smith, and he said something that time to Jake O'Donnell. That's something he should not do, because Jake never forgets.
Timeout Houston with 6 minutes and 13 seconds left in this opening quarter. Suns 14, Houston 12. Back after the full timeout. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on this, the Suns Basketball Network.
You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on KUTP TV 45 Phoenix.
Well, Charles Barkley scored the first 10 points for the Suns, but then Oliver Miller got on the act with a nice offensive tip.
Yeah, Charles took an out-court shot, and then Miller went very strong in there and just stuffed it down. And it was good to see somebody else score because Charles couldn't do it all night. The defense has been super. Houston has 5 blocks in the game. Suns have 3. Not a lot of whistles. I think when that timeout came, both teams needed it. Physically, they were all gasping for air.
Suns are 6 of 14 shooting. Houston's 5 of 11. This is Vernon Maxwell against the Suns' Kevin Johnson. Maxwell has used the dribble. We wait. And we are going to get an illegal defense warning called against the Phoenix Suns.
That was a technicality. What happened was Marley's man screened across on Barkley. Marley stayed there to guard Barkley's man until Charles got to him. Then he went to his man. Nunez called a quick one.
New shot clock for the Rockets as a result. Kenny Smith going into Otis Thorpe. Thorpe turns his hook shot. Good. Otis Thorpe. Tough shot, but he knocked it down.
Tough shot, but in too close. Charles has got to beat him up there a little further so he's not so close to the hoop.
Game tied at 14. Barkley left of the lane. Thorpe defending against him. That's the matchup right now. Barkley waiting. Oliver Miller comes out on top to pull Olajuwon away. Now from the corner shot, going to be waved off. No, they're going to count it. Count the hoop. There was an illegal defense. Then they waved it off when the basket went.
And the illegal was on Olajuwon.
Right.
He started to go to double team Barkley. He stopped. Jake O'Donnell picked it up quick.
And it's 16-14. Phoenix on top. Kenny Smith waiting as Dan Marley moves with him defensively. The Suns look like they're trapping defensively. Now the ball goes out front to Olajuwon. Back to Kenny Smith. Olajuwon breaks inside. He's got Kevin Johnson on him in a mismatch. Baseline shot. Good. 8-footer. Left side.
Oliver Miller has to know that screen's there, and he has to get quick as he can to Olajuwon.
Tied at 16. Oliver Miller at the high post, left of the key area. Gets the ball to Barkley, left of the lane. Barkley with his back to the basket against Thorpe. Out front to KJ, now to Marley. Marley starts to drive, wants to go to the hoop, off the glass too hard with the left hand. On the rebound, got a foul called. Cedric Ceballos reaching in. He'll pick up the personal foul.
Marley missed the layup, but you got to give Olajuwon the point because he got up there high. If Marley doesn't put it up there high, Olajuwon gets another block.
Well, on Sunday, the Rockets came out, grabbed a 10-point lead. They haven't done that here this evening. The shot from out front by Kenny Smith won't fall. Rebound comes down to Oliver Miller, his 4th of the opening quarter for the Suns. To KJ. He'll penetrate. Feeds it out to Barkley. Barkley fakes, goes in low to Ceballos. This time, he'll score a reverse layup.
They made Olajuwon work. KJ penetrated. Olajuwon came to him. He threw it to Barkley. Barkley penetrated. Olajuwon came to him. Finally got set the ball for an easy hoop.
18-16 Phoenix. Olajuwon low on the left side. Fakes, goes to the baseline. He'll miss the 12-footer. Ceballos to the rebound. Suns doing a nice job on their defensive boards here in the first quarter. Up to Kevin Johnson. Jumper from 20 straight away. Looks good. Is good.
KJ came up. Vernon Maxwell backed up about 2 steps. He took the shot.
20-16 Phoenix. Now the Suns are going to double team. Smithy gets it to Thorpe West to help out. Out front Olajuwon over to Maxwell. Open for about an 18-20 footer. No good. Rebound is off Barkley and grabbed by Oliver Miller. Up to KJ. Push it up in a hurry. Bounce it to Marley. Go to the hoop and score it.
Suns had the numbers. They played good defense on the other end. Got the numbers on the Rockets and executed a perfect fast break.
22-16 Suns lead. 3.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Robert Horry straddling the three-point line into Otis Thorpe. Thorpe trying to back down on Barkley. Keeps coming, goes in. Reverse layup, good. Kind of an off-balance shot with his back to the basket, but Thorpe able to knock it down for the Rockets, and Thorpe has 7 points. He leads Houston in scoring. 22-18 Phoenix. Barkley on the perimeter. He wants to shoot another 3. Shazam! What can you say?
Well, you knew he would because Thorpe just scored on him. Charles says, I'm coming right back in your face, Otis.
And Whataburger sends $50 to Suns Charities, and Barkley has 15 points in the opening period. Horry inside to Otis Thorpe again. Thorpe waiting, back out to Horry. Horry from three-point range, won't get it. Oliver Miller gobbles up the rebound. Up to Marley again. Marley crisscross to the left side. Stops. Oh, look for Miller, but it's knocked down by Maxwell to make the steal. And now it's Houston with a 3-on-1 break, and they score with Kenny Smith.
You turn it over, they'll get the easy hoop.
Turn it over, and you pay the price. 25-20. The Suns with 2.5 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Kevin Johnson, right side, behind a Miller screen, gives the ball to Ceballos. He breaks in for a jam, didn't get it. Rebound caroms to the side, and Vernon Maxwell controls the basketball for Houston. Maxwell slices to the bucket. Scoop shot, good. Maxwell and the Rockets hustle back defensively.
There was the difference. Suns had a stop.
Now here's the drive by Kevin Johnson. He'll draw the foul. We'll get a timeout here, and the foul is going to be on Kenny Smith. We have 2:08 left opening quarter. Suns 25, Rockets 22. Back after the full timeout. Say it so often, gotten a block shot. What usually happens at the other end? A layup.
A layup. Otis Thorpe came over, made a nice block. Kenny Smith, Vernon Maxwell made him pay for it. Just took it back to the other end, laid it in because there was no shot blocker there for the Suns.
Well, a reminder that Neiman Marcus, located in Scottsdale Fashion Square, provides Suns head coach Paul Westphal with his outstanding wardrobe. Neiman Marcus.
I tell you, this is an up-tempo first quarter. Miller has 6 rebounds. Barkley 6 for 8 and 15 points. Olajuwon 2 for 6 and 4 points. Otis Thorpe against Barkley, working on him a little. 3 out of 4 for 7 points. Suns 4 of 13 on layups because Houston has 6 blocks.
And the Suns are shooting 52% from the field. Houston at even 50%. And here's KJ. Kevin Johnson going to the free throw line. He was fouled by Houston's Kenny Smith just prior to the timeout. So KJ will shoot 2, and his first one is up and good. In the opening game of this series, KJ scores had 20 points. He had 12 assists. And was 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. Next free throw's up, and that one won't go, and Olajuwon rebounds it. 26-22. Phoenix Suns leading the Houston Rockets here with now 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. Vernon Maxwell, angle left side. Looks in underneath, and he has Thorpe wide open, right underneath, lay it up and in.
Suns now will bring it up, make sure they get a good shot. Thorpe working on Barkley. They're going to make Charles play some defense tonight.
26-24 Suns. KJ drives in deep. Can't get a shot off. Throws it out front. Barkley can't get to it, and the Suns turn it over as it goes out of bounds, and that is turnover number 4 for the Suns.
They don't want to have a lot of turnovers. Game 1, I think they turned it over 11 times, so Suns are not turning it over too many times. Olajuwon has now left the game. See if the Suns take advantage.
Herrera's checked in. Here's the drive by Maxwell. Oh, he flies in for the jam. Hangs on the rim and ties this ball game at 26. Joe Klein in the Phoenix lineup. Closing minute and 22 seconds of the first quarter, and here's a foul on Kenny Smith. KJ moving to his right to the baseline. We mentioned Joe Klein. He's checked in for the Suns, the veteran out of Arkansas. And Carl Herrera from Houston in his 3rd year at 6'9". And now also coming in is Sam Cassell, the 6'3" first-year guard from Florida State. He'll replace Kenny Smith.
Well, Kenny picked up his 2nd foul. The only way you stop KJ is to hold him. Jake O'Donnell says you got to let go.
Ball game is tied. Now Barkley, double team. Cross court to Danny Ainge, who's also into the Suns lineup now. Ainge driving. Out it comes to Marley. Here's his first 3-point try. Shazam! He got it.
You notice how 3-point shooters look for other 3-point shooters on the court?
That's the Suns' 3rd 3, and Whataburger sends $50 to Suns charities. Here's Sam Cassell, top of the key. Out to Ori. Inside Herrera. Herrera with the turnaround. It won't go. Rebound underneath. AC Green, who's in the Suns lineup, has picked it off. So Green, Ainge, in there now. Here's Barkley. Fakes left, drives right. He's got some room, but throws it out front to Marley. Now to Danny Ainge. His 3. He got it. Shazam. He got it. And the Suns have 3-pointers from Ainge and Marley and lead at 32-26. Now Cassell's going to be blocked and fouled just as he comes over the time stripe. And the foul going to be on Danny Ainge of the Suns.
Well, Ainge tried to get his body out there in front of him, just couldn't do it. The Suns had a foul to take. And then interesting, Marley threw the ball to Ainge. Ainge threw the ball to Marley. They both love the threes.
32-26, the Suns on top. Closing 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Cassell Out front with a basketball for Houston. Edges to his left now. Now starts to back against Dan Marley. Thorpe comes out. Let's see if he sets a screen. Now Cassell to his right. Now behind the screen. Will put up about an 18-footer. Good. Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell, good shooter. Outstanding shooter. All year long, he's helped the Rocket Ball Club.
And it's 32-28 the Suns. Cassell did not play in the opening game. He'd been suspended when he was ejected in the final game in the Portland series for Houston. Now KJ on the drive. He's got the step. Doesn't take the shot. Feeds it out to Marley, who will. He'll miss the three. And the first quarter has come to an end here at the Summit in Houston, Texas. With the score after one. Phoenix Suns 32, Houston Rockets 28. And the second quarter coming right up. Al McCoy, Cotton Fitzsimmons here in Houston. Statistically, this game is about as even as you can get. But the Suns have been 4 of 6 from three-point range.
And that is the difference. As you say, they're both the same field goal-wise. Not many free throws. Again, 10 rebounds apiece. The turnovers are about the same. But those three-pointers, Ainge looking for Marley. Marley looking for Ainge. They've made all of it happen. Suns up by 4, but did not take advantage of Olajuwon being out of the game.
Sam Cassell will bring the ball up offensively for the Rockets. Olajuwon back in the ball game. He's out at a high post, played by A.C. Green. Now to Maxwell. They go right to Akeem. He turns, can't shoot it. Goes to Cassell in the corner. Shoots a three and buries it. So Cassell's 2 for 2. Hit a 20-footer. Now he hits a three-point field goal. And that cuts the Phoenix lead down to 32-31. Kevin Johnson goes right, now left, goes to the hoop and scores. And he went right at Cassell. Here's a steal of the inbound pass by Marley. Marley puts up a three. Shazam, he got it. Marley stole the pass. Ellie was inbounding, and he knocks down the super shot of the NBA.
Give all of that play to Dan Marley.
Cassell looking for Olajuwon. Out front it comes to Maxwell. Now to Olajuwon, who had to push off to get the ball, but he does, and he goes to that baseline. 6 feet away, he scores.
AC had him covered beautifully. He made him shoot the fadeaway base.
Suns with the lineup of Barkley, A.C. Green, Marley, Ainge, and Kevin Johnson. Danny Ainge left to the key. Dishes back to Marley. Marley waiting. Now feeds it underneath to Barkley, who's held. And we're going to get a foul called on Sam Cassell. The Rockets have Mario Ellie, Carl Herrera, Akeem Olajuwon, Vernon Maxwell, and Sam Cassell. That's their 5 on the floor.
Well, Barkley, smart play. Pass went into him. He saw Cassell. Cassell came over to help. And Barkley, instead of just taking a one-shot foul, he went ahead and put the shot up. Comes away with 2 shots.
Barkley at the free throw line. He has 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting from the field, including a couple of threes. This free throw is up and in. Just into the second quarter, Rudy Tomjanovich in his 3rd year as the head coach of the Rockets. What a playing career he had.
He certainly has, and his numbers up there in the rafters. One of the best players in the history of the franchise.
Barkley takes his time at the charity stripe for the Suns. Gets both free throws. 39-33. Phoenix leads it. Sam Cassell, first year in the NBA, goes to Olajuwon, who comes out of the high post left to the key. Gives the pass back to Cassell, up to Maxwell. Fakes right, moves left, now to Cassell again. Inside Olajuwon, they double team. He tries to get loose for the hook. He will. He'll get the roll. He'll score. Olajuwon.
Give him credit. He was double teamed. Got it low enough, though, that he thought he could still score, and did.
8 points for Olajuwon. 39-35 Phoenix here in the second quarter. Barkley parallels the free throw line on the left side. Gets the pass out to Ainge. Now to Marley. Marley against Ellie. Into Barkley. Behind the back to KJ. Baseline 10-footer. Yes, indeed.
How sweet it is. Barkley, one of the better passers in the league when he's double teamed.
41-35 Suns. Now Cassell drives. Ball is knocked away. We're going to get a foul called. And the foul going to be on Dan Marley. Oliver Miller will check in. A moment ago, that was a beautiful behind-the-back pass by Barkley.
Well, he just sees the entire floor. He knows who's open. KJ finished it off. Paul Westphal complaining because Cassell was trying to pass that basketball to Olajuwon, but Dan Crawford and Tommy Nunez conferred about it. Crawford said no, he was shooting.
Well, he'll go to the free throw line and get the first one. Here's the second one, and that is also good. Cassell, an 84% free throw during the regular season, so you don't want to put him on the line. 41-37. Phoenix leading. Dan Marley out of backcourt. Maxwell comes from the side and makes the steal. Then we're going to timeout call. We're going to get a timeout call with 9:58 left in the half. 41-37 Suns. Will be back after this full timeout. Reminder to make sure you stop by Subway and pick up a Phoenix Suns sports bottle. Just $1.99 when it's filled with Coca-Cola, and 25 cents of that goes to Suns charities. Available exclusively at Subway. Well, just before the timeout, Vernon Maxwell came from the side, stole the ball from Dan Marley, and then Marley, retaliation, picks up the foul. Maxwell just reached in, got it. Marley trying to get it back, picks up a pushing foul.
Well, most of the time, Paul Westphal won't make Marley bring the basketball up the court against Vernon Maxwell. Vernon has all that speed, all that quickness. He tried to run a different play that time, wanted KJ down on the baseline, and it cost him.
Barkley with 17 points leads the Suns in scoring. Thorpe has 9 to lead Houston. 41-37. Phoenix leads. Rockets basketball. Oliver Miller with Green and Barkley, the Phoenix front line. Marley and KJ, the guards. Cassell out front. Breaks through. Here's the drive. Take it to the hoop with the left hand and score.
Too many layups in the ball game for the Rockets. Too many uncontested layups.
9 points for Sam Cassell. And the Suns are going to have to put a stop on him. Here's Oliver Miller's pass, stolen by Cassell. Gets the ball to Maxwell. A young rookie who's playing with a lot of confidence for Houston. 41-39, the Suns. Mario Elie left of the key, now backs away on the dribble. Here's the bounce pass to Olajuwon. Back to Elie. He's got some room. He drives. Now feeds Olajuwon. Wide open from the baseline. 15-footer good. Game tied.
And the Rockets trying to take control of this game with 9 minutes to go.
They have scored 6 straight points. Kevin Johnson against Sam Cassell. Ball comes to Oliver Miller. He turns and faces the basket. He's out of the high post right of the key. Dish to Barkley. Herrera playing him. A lot of holding going on in underneath. Green tries to shake loose. Here's Barkley's shot. Won't get it. Rebound Olajuwon. Barkley's shot was from the perimeter over on the left side. Back it comes to Sam Cassell. He has come in and really given this Houston ball club a lift in the second quarter. Into Olajuwon. His fake, his jump hook, no good. Rebound AC Green. Tied at 41. Green will bring the ball up. Keeps the dribble going. Feeds it back out to Oliver Miller. Miller, top of the key, goes to his left, bounces it to Barkley. Barkley against Herrera. Barkley double team, feeds it out to Marley. The three-pointer, Shazam! And Whataburger sends another $50 to Suns charities on Thunder Dan's super shot.
And Rudy T puts both fingers up to his temple as if to say, hey, cut it out.
Here's Olajuwon in the lane. Out it comes to Elie. Elie on the drive. Green knocks it away. And the outside official now is going to call the foul. And it's going to be on AC Green, I'm sure. Green comes out to question it. It's a holding call. And they'll send Mario Elie to the free throw line for the Houston Rockets.
AC went out for the steal. Thought he had the ball. But one thing you don't want to do, like it or not, don't challenge Jake O'Donnell because you won't get the call.
44-41. Suns lead it with Elie at the Houston free throw line. He will miss the first of 2. Game 3 in this series, Friday night, 7:30, America West Arena in Phoenix.
Elie also injured. He has the fingers on his shooting hand have been jammed and injured. They're taped up, and it's thrown his shot off a little bit.
And he gets the second free throw. 2-point lead for the Suns, 44-42. Ball finally placed in the hands of Kevin Johnson as he works against Cassell. KJ starts to move. Blocking foul be called on Cassell. That's his second.
Yeah, Sam Cassell has a hard time staying up with KJ. He's pumped up, doing the very best he can. He doesn't have to worry about guarding KJ. He's come in here and really sparked this ball club with his shooting as well as a big steal a minute ago.
Otis Thorpe in, replacing Herrera for the Rockets. Suns do shot clock. Inbound Oliver Miller. Now comes to KJ on the right side. His bounce pass to Barkley, who's set up right in the lane area this time. Barkley starts the dribble against Thorpe. Backs down, moves, feeds the pass out to Kevin Johnson. About a 20-footer. Not good. Rebound, Hakeem Olajuwon for Houston. Out it goes to Sam Cassell. Makes his way down the left side of the court. Goes into Otis Thorpe. Thorpe posting up. Wheels it out to Ellie, who will shoot a three-pointer. Short. Rebound banged around, and Olajuwon has it. Out to Maxwell for three. No good. Rebound off Barkley, out of bounds. Houston's possession.
Nothing you could do about that one. Good rebounding that time by the Rockets, coming away with it. Barkley went after that rebound, but it just barely grazed the front of the rim and basically hit him in the chest.
13 rebounds for Houston, 11 for the Suns so far in the game. Out it comes to Ellie, now to Olajuwon. Right of the lane. Here's that jump hook. Won't get it. Rebound comes down to Barkley. Outlet pass stolen by Cassell. Cassell steals it at midcourt. Over to Maxwell. He'll try another three. He was due but didn't get it, and Barkley with a rebound. And now we got a foul called on Barkley. Called by Danny Crawford. With 7 minutes left here in the first half.
Paul Westphal going to come in here with Danny Ainge and Cedric Ceballos. Some of his people haven't been out. Barkley upset with himself because he didn't come away with that pass a minute ago. Through the long pass, got it intercepted. He is really complaining right now.
He's going to come out of the ball game. Houston has possession. Here's Thorpe. Out to Cassell. Cassell rolls to his left with the basketball on the dribble. Now comes back the other way. Bounces it over to Kenny Smith, who's returned. His 22-footer in and out, won't go. Thorpe rebound, scores. Thorpe had the inside position. Game is tied, 44, with 6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining here in the first half. Danny Ainge gets the inbound pass up to KJ. Puts it up in a hurry. Bring it down the right side. Has a 15-foot jump shot, but it won't connect. Rebound Olajuwon to Cassell. So Cassell takes it in the lane. His shot off, no good. Rebound battle. Olajuwon's there for the jam. And that'll pick this crowd up as Houston has regained the lead. They have a two-point edge. KJ against Kenny Smith. Waits. And now he's called for traveling.
The problem when you play Oliver Miller against Olajuwon, Olajuwon never guards Oliver Miller. He's always guarding whichever Sun player has the ball.
Well, we're going to get a timeout, I believe. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left in the half, and Houston has regained the lead over the Suns, 46-44. Back after the timeout. Well, the Rockets 46, the Suns 44, and the Suns with a lineup now: Cedric Ceballos, Danny Ainge, A.C. Green, Charles Barkley, and Kevin Johnson. Houston with the basketball. Sam Cassell against Kevin Johnson. Cassell over on the left side behind a Thorpe screen. Now he's going to have an open shot from 18. Won't get it. On the rebound, Barkley. Inside position. He'll clear the glass for the Suns. Gets the pass off to Kevin Johnson. KJ coming down the left side against Cassell. Keeps coming. Starts the drive. Can't get rid of it, and he's double teamed, and Olajuwon makes the steal. Gives the Cassell to Ellie. Bounce it back to Smith. That's the 9th Phoenix turnover. Now it goes to Ellie. He'll shoot a three-pointer there. Not going to get it. Air ball grabbed by A.C. Green. Back to Danny Ainge. Ainge stops at three-point range, but doesn't take the shot. Gets the pass further out to KJ. Now to Barkley. Barkley on the drive. Baseline, about a 12-footer. Yes, indeed, and that ties it.
Paul took Oliver Miller out because he wants to make Olajuwon guard somebody. Right now, he's guarding A.C. Green.
Game has been tied 9 times. Barkley will play Olajuwon, and he gets a block. But the shot will go out of bounds. It'll belong to Houston. They'll have 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Robert Horry will return. He'll replace Mario Ellie in the Houston Rocket lineup. 5 minutes plus remaining in the first half. Horry inbounding to Thorpe out front. Back to Horry. Horry played for the Suns. Cedric Ceballos defensively. They want to go to Akeem. They will. Low on the left side. In the middle, Horry. His shot. Fist the layup. A.C. Green with the rebound. Suns gamble. They triple teamed Akeem. Horry was wide open and he missed the layup. Now the Suns come down to Kevin Johnson. KJ still on the dribble. Cuts across the lane. Hands it off to Danny Ainge. Ainge back out to KJ. Penetrates. Feeds A.C. Green in the corner. Knocked away by Akeem, but saved by Barkley. Barkley on the drive. Forces up a shot. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line. And the foul will be on Otis Thorpe. Say, everybody's invited to join Danny Ainge, Mark West, the Suns Gorilla, and yours truly aboard the Big Red Boat on August 14th. The second home game of the second round will be Fan Appreciation Night, and you'll have the opportunity to sign up the chance to win a complimentary cruise and Disney package tour, including airfare. Well, we've had a technical foul called on Houston coach Rudy Tomjanovich. Ainge will shoot the free throw.
And accused Danny Crawford of bailing out Charles Barkley when he went between Otis Thorpe and Olajuwon.
So the technical free throw shot by Ainge is good. That'll break the tie, put the Suns up by 1. And Barkley, who has scored 19 points, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 4 minutes and 44 seconds remain in the first half. Barkley bouncing the ball, taking his time. He looks, he shoots, and he gets the first of 2.
Charles is certainly on target tonight. He's really concentrating, really putting forth an outstanding effort. Suns are outsized because they don't really play their centers against these two big guys, Thorpe and Olajuwon. It's A.C. Green, Charles Barkley. Usually, you're either going to have Cedric Sabalas or Dan Marley battling.
Barkley gets the 2 free throws. He scored 21 points, and it's 49-46 the Suns. Kenny Smith, the lob down the left side to Olajuwon. Suns double team with Ainge and Barkley. Olajuwon throws it out to Horry. Down to baseline to Otis Thorpe. The fake, it's knocked down from the side, but Barkley will be called for the foul. Well, the Suns are doubling down, sometimes tripling down, actually, Cotton, on Olajuwon. That leaves somebody open.
But the Rockets did a nice job. Olajuwon did. He hit Horry. The problem was that when A.C. Green went out to cover Horry, he left his man Thorpe open underneath the basket. Don't ever leave the basket open. Make somebody beat you from outside. Somebody has to rotate down to cover Thorpe.
Well, Thorpe's first free throw is good. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Thorpe's second free throw is good. 49-48. Phoenix on top by 1 point. Kevin Johnson and Sam Cassell matched up. That's turning into quite a battle here this evening in Houston, Texas. The bounce pass to Barkley. Barkley left of the lane, low on the left side. He wheels it out front to A.C. Green, who wants to put up a three-pointer. Shazam! How about that?
Paul Westphal said they're going to have A.C. take the three because Olajuwon just stays in the middle.
52-48. Suns lead it. The Suns are 7 of 9 three-point shooting. Gasol to Horry. Horry will shoot a 3. Not going to get it. And Barkley up for the rebound and beat Olajuwon to the ball. Out to Kevin Johnson. KJ handles it down the right side. Out to Barkley. Barkley puts up another 3. In and out, won't go. Sabalos follows. Can't get it. Green is there. He'll follow. Good if it goes. It's gone. Count it. And A.C. Green is fouled.
The reason A.C. Green and Barkley are taking the threes, trying to get the officials to see Olajuwon is nowhere around guarding them. So far, the officials haven't called the illegal defense, but Olajuwon ran for Barkley that time. When he did, nobody was at the basket. Said gets the rebound, throws it to the other side. A.C. finishes it off. Chance for a three-pointer.
Fouls on Robert Horry. Oliver Miller in, Charles Barkley out in the Phoenix lineup right now. And A.C. Green at the free throw line. And the free throw is short. Rebound. Cassell has it. He's fouled by Cedric Sabalos. Suns are over the team foul limit. So foul is on Sabalos.
You didn't want that. Said lost his balance that time. He really wasn't even after a steal. He just lost his balance.
We mentioned the Suns' three-point shooting. They're 7 of 10 now. Houston's 2 of 9. And we have 3 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first half.
But normally, Al, I'll be very honest, that's 70%. If the Suns continue to shoot them, I hope they do it the same way. But when the game is over, they'll probably shoot 35 to 38%.
Sam Cassell's first free throw right on target for Houston.
But one of the reasons you want to take the threes is the fact that you want Olajuwon out of there. And if that happens, they'll be able to pick up maybe some illegal defenses on him.
The second free throw wasn't good. Miller rebounded, got the ball out to KJ. He almost lost it. It wasn't a very good pass, but he controls it. KJ out front, starts right. Now comes back at three-point range with 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Suns. Starts the drive in the corner. Green will have to force up a shot. Won't get it from the corner. Rebound Horry. Suns didn't have much going offensively that time. Now it comes to Kenny Smith for the Rockets. Cross court to Cassell. Cassell looks in low to Thorpe. Out to Kenny Smith. His three-pointer. Good. That's his second three-pointer of the game. 54-51 Phoenix.
Kenny Smith opened that time. Ainge went down to double Thorpe.
Kenny. Now we've got KJ. A nice 18-footer over Cassell. Swish. It's good. Kevin Johnson knocking it down from the perimeter. 56-52 Suns. Out front, Cassell puts the ball on the floor, brings the dribble drive over to the left side. Ainge shifts over on him defensively. Now we've got some pushing, and it'll be A.C. Green going against Thorpe. Foul on Green. Timeout is going to be called. 2 minutes and 43 seconds remain in the first half here in Houston. The score is the Suns 56, the Houston Rockets 52. And we'll be back right after these messages.
This is a reminder to check your Arizona Powerball tickets. Now, even though you...
56-52, the Suns leading it here late in the first half. And while we're at it, a reminder that season tickets for the Arizona Rattlers are available right now. You can call anytime. 514-TD-TD for Arizona Rattlers season tickets. 514-TD-TD.
You know, the Suns are going to arch them up from out there at the three-point range. Nobody guarding A.C. Green. Shocked the entire crowd when he made it. Now, the reason the Rockets get the threes is because the Suns do a lot of double teaming. The reason the Suns get the threes, Olajuwon stays in the middle. But Paul Westphal figures this way. If Kenny Smith, Sam Cassell, Vernon Maxwell, Robert Horry are all taking threes, Olajuwon's not touching the ball.
Going to the free throw line is going to be Otis Thorpe. He's 3 of 4 from the line and has 13 points. Olajuwon has scored 12. Kenny Smith, Sam Cassell each 10. For the Suns, Barkley with 21 points. Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley each have knocked down 11. The free throw by Thorpe up and in.
And that's 3 in a row for Otis Thorpe, who we indicated earlier in the playoffs was 5 for 10. But now he's hit 3 in a row. So I suggest that everybody screen off long. He's due to miss one.
Robert Horry out. Vernon Maxwell replacing him in the Houston lineup. Both free throws by Thorpe are good. 56-54 the Suns. Barkley back in the Phoenix lineup with Green, Marley, Ainge, and Kevin Johnson. Ainge played by Kenny Smith. Smith out on him very tight defensively now. And going to get a foul call on Otis Thorpe, I believe.
No, I think Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith. That'd be his third if it's on Kenny Smith. Yep, little Kenny Smith picks up the foul. That's Houston over the team foul limit.
And we're going to see Scott Brooks come in here because Rudy T needs Kenny Smith. He needs him to shoot the three. Kenny Smith is really upset with Tommy Nunez. He says, I got 3 fouls. Tommy says, I don't care.
Ainge at the free throw line for the Suns and misses the first. Scott Brooks will come in replacing Kenny Smith for the Houston Rockets. Brooks, 5'11", 165. 6th year in the NBA from the University of California at Irvine. So Ainge missing the first free throw and waiting for his second try. Here it is. Got that one. 57-54 the Suns. So Scott Brooks now handling the basketball for the Houston Rockets with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the first half. Goes to Maxwell. Maxwell out of three-point range. Holds the ball away from Kevin Johnson. Now fires it into one out to Brooks. Puts up a three-pointer. Got it. Oh, he was on the line. He was on the line. So it's a 2, but it ties the ball game. 57-57. Kevin Johnson against Brooks. He's a little battler, in case you hadn't noticed. Kevin Johnson has stopped the dribble. Out it comes to Green. Now they swing it around to Ainge, and Ainge will fire for three-point range. Won't get it. Out to Kevin Johnson. KJ waiting. Lean shoots and scores. He puts it up and in.
That was an outstanding shot. He was on the dead run, pulled up, leaned in, went off the glass.
There's a 2-point field goal by Brooks, as we mentioned a moment ago. Here's Cassell out to Scott Brooks. Down to Maxwell. Maxwell shovels it underneath, and Otis Thorpe goes in for the jam.
One of the worries you have when you double team, you close out. You don't allow the guy to drive to the middle.
59-58, Phoenix by 1. Ainge shoots a 3 from the corner, won't get it. A.C. Green battles for the rebound. It's loose. Grabbed by Otis Thorpe of Houston. Now Haynes collides with Casal. Ball goes to Maxwell. To the trailer, Thorpe from the baseline. Out to Scott Brooks. Brooks at three-point range. Holds on. Goes to Olajuwon. Back to Brooks. Down to Maxwell. Over to Cassell. Cassell left side. He's got a 16-footer, but it won't go. Gets his own rebound in underneath. He throws it out to Brooks. Brooks, 20-footer. Good. Scott Brooks. And the Rockets have a one-point lead.
And Rudy T's Houston Rocket bench has come through for him tonight.
Barkley out front for the Suns. KJ was open for a flash as Brooks went down. Now inside KJ. He throws it out front to Marley. Marley to his left. Over to Haynes. Here's another three. Won't get it. Rebound to Casal. Casal stops at midcourt. We have 23 seconds remaining in the first half. Houston with a one-point lead. They led by 8 at halftime on Sunday, in case you've forgotten. And the Suns went on to win. Now they want to run the clock down. Here's Casal on the drive. Pass out front comes to Thorpe. Cross court to Maxwell. Maxwell on the drive. His pass deflected but grabbed by Olajuwon, but they run out of time. 3 seconds left in the half. Suns will have it.
Just outstanding defense that time by the Suns. They scrambled all over the place. They rotated. Rockets couldn't get the shot off, and finally the 24-second clock grabbed them.
Oliver Miller, they want him to get in. He's going to replace Green. Miller will inbound the ball with 3.7 seconds remaining in the half. To KJ, up to Ames. Here's the fake. Here's the shot. He didn't. And at halftime, you recall, Cotton, I mentioned a moment ago on Sunday, the Rockets went in at halftime with an 8-point lead.
Yeah, so the Suns have to feel good. I said this is like a 7th game for the Rockets. They know they have to win this ball game. They're giving it everything they've got. Rudy Tomjanovich's bench has come through for him tonight. Off that bench, Scott Brooks just hit a couple shots, and Sam Cassell, the rookie, just doing an outstanding job for him. So the Suns know they're in for a battle. They certainly have to feel better than they did the other night. And this is a very confident Sun ball club that they can come back in the third quarter.
For our television viewers, stay with us for Channel 3's News Report. Our radio network will get a news and sports update from KTAR in Phoenix. Our halftime score, Houston Rockets 60, Phoenix Suns 59. This is the Suns Basketball Network.
You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on KUTP TV 45 Phoenix.
Well, as we check leading scores in the first half, Charles Barkley 21 points, Kevin Johnson 13, Marley 11 for Phoenix. Otis Thorpe had 17 to lead Houston.
Looked like their strategy was to go right at Charles Barkley. If he's going to stay in the game, make him guard somebody. Otis Thorpe having his best game of the season against Charles Barkley. Chuck usually takes pretty good care of Otis. Olajuwon, they kept him under control with 12. Kenny Smith, fortunately for the Suns, was in foul trouble. Played 15 minutes, scored 10 big points. And Sam Cassell was the guy. Came off the bench, comes up with 10 points. Danny Ainge struggled from the field, 1 for 5. And Cedric Sabalas 1 for 7. They'll pick it up in the second half.
Suns led by as many as 7. Houston's biggest lead in the first half, 5. We go to the second half. Houston's basketball, and they have a 1-point lead. Vernon Maxwell drives right down the middle to the hoop. He scores it. Vernon Maxwell.
That's not a good way to start the second half.
And it's 62-59. Houston scoring on their first possession here in the third quarter. Kevin Johnson backs down, feeds Oliver Miller out front, down to Marley. A three-pointer straight away. Shazam! And he ties the ball game.
That's the way when they were 8 down Sunday. Westfall started the second half the same way with a Marley 3.
And as you know, Whataburger always sends $50 to Suns charities when the Suns hit a three-point field goal. Olajuwon, Thorpe posting up inside. He cuts across for a right-hander that won't fall, and Sabalos rebounds it for the Suns. We're tied at 62 to KJ. Cross court to Marley. Marley played by Ori. Cross court to Barkley. Barkley driving on Thorpe. Bounce it underneath to Sabalos. And he has it knocked away. Ori with a block. Defensively, Houston did the job. To Kenny Smith. Back to Ori. In for the jam. Suns did not get back defensively.
Well, they just didn't have a chance. Cedric laid it up with the right hand. Ori was on his right side. He should have used his left hand. And it was an easy layup because of an outstanding defensive play.
Ori did not score in the first half for Houston. Here's Marley, 22-footer off the back of the rim, not good. Rebound Otis Thorpe, 64-62 Houston. To Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith drives the middle. Gives it to Olajuwon, and he has it knocked away. But we are going to get a foul called. And foul. The foul is on Oliver Miller. That's his third personal.
3 possessions for the Rockets. 3 times straight the Rockets have been able to go right down the middle of the Suns defense.
Suns have to shut down that middle, that's for sure. Now Ori with the ball. New shot clock for Houston. Ori, one bounce. Gives the ball to Olajuwon on the right side. He looks. Now he puts up about a 16-footer. Not good. Rebound Otis Thorpe. Thorpe will swing the ball to Kenny Smith. 22-footer good. Kenny Smith from outside.
If it's not a turnover, it's a second shot. Barkley has to keep Thorpe off that offensive board.
Houston 66, Phoenix 62. We are just into the third quarter of the second half. Here is Barkley. Barkley over on the right side. Barkley waiting. Barkley swings it out front to Oliver Miller. Gets the ball to Kevin Johnson. His 22-footer off the back of the rim. Not good. Kenny Smith with the rebound. Here's Kenny Smith still with the ball. Bounce it in the corner for Ori. Ori to Maxwell. Maxwell, that's a three-pointer, and the Suns will take a 20-second timeout. Maxwell hits the super shot, and Houston has their biggest lead, 7 points.
And this crowd that was criticized after Sunday's game on their feet, cheering, showing the Phoenix group here that they do support the Rockets. Rockets coming out red hot. Suns coming out a little flat-footed defensively here in this third quarter.
Well, Maxwell with 5 points on a regular field goal and then the three-pointer. And that's given Houston a 69-62 lead, putting them up by 7. So both clubs have now been up by as many as 7 points tonight.
And the Rockets get offense in different ways. Sometimes they go inside to Thorpe and Olajuwon. Other times they throw it out for the threes. And then their defense has helped them a great deal. They've been able to run off the shots that are blocked, get the easy layup.
Suns have had 9 turnovers. Houston only 4. Oliver Miller out front. Gives to Sabalos. Cut to the hoop and score. We'd like to see Sabalos get going as he did in the third quarter Sunday when he had 5 hoop-de-doos. 5 field goals for 10 points.
Nice back screen by Barkley that time on Ori.
Kenny Smith goes down. Marley makes the steal. Out to Sabalos. Houston hurrying back defensively. Now to Marley. Marley's going to drive the middle. He's stripped to the ball. Picked up by Maxwell. Stolen back by KJ. Underneath to Sabalos, and he jams it with the left hand. Now the Suns better hurry back defensively.
That was 2 points for the Rockets. Great steal by KJ, which makes it a 4-point legitimate play.
69-66. Houston leads. They have the basketball. Kenny Smith. Right side of the court, played by Marley. Now Olajuwon out front, tries to break in low, but they get the pass to Maxwell to Smith. Into Olajuwon against Barkley. His turnaround's not going to connect. Rebound is off Sabalos. Knocked away, saved by Ori. Got to pull that ball down to Kenny Smith. He drops it underneath the Thorpe. He scores, and he's fouled by Oliver Miller.
And it was again offensive rebound. Sabalos has to put his body on Ori strong and go after the ball strong. Secondly, you got to keep those small Houston players out of that middle. That's what got Thorpe the easy hoop and the foul on the Suns.
That's 4 personals on Miller. The free throw is good. So it turns into a 3-point play for Houston. And they're on top, 72-66. We're in the third quarter, 8:25 left in the period. Oliver Miller out of the high post. Bounce to Barkley. Barkley against Otis Thorpe. Double team. Feeds Marley. Marley left side. Stops. A little fadeaway. Off the glass won't go, but he's hacked and fouled. Maxwell picks up the foul for Houston. Marley will go to the free throw line. And Joe Klein in for the Suns, replacing Oliver Miller.
Oliver picked up his 4th foul. It certainly wasn't his fault that time because the Rockets had penetration. Oliver went to penetration, tried to get back to Thorpe, couldn't block the shot, got a piece of him.
Marley's first time at the free throw line, and he's way short with his first attempt.
Crowd loved it, too. They just loved it that Marley left it short after making all those threes.
And he misses the second. It rattles around and comes out. So Marley with 2 free throws, neither one goes. You've heard it so many times, particularly in the playoffs, you have to make free throws. Here's Maxwell right side, drives the middle, finger roll shot, not going to go. Rebound, Olajuwon. He waits, he puts it up, it's good, count it, foul by Klein.
Suns are just not going after the defensive board strong enough. If they want the ball, they have to go get the ball. They got to stick their hands on it tough because the Rockets just stay after it. And that's the reason that they're up by 8 right now in this third quarter. Aggressive offensive rebounding.
And the biggest lead for Houston. Hakeem Olajuwon at the free throw line. He has 14 points, 10 rebounds. Olajuwon looks, puts it up. It is around and off. And the rebound comes down to Cedric Ceballos. Over to KJ. Kevin Johnson, one of the few times he'll just walk the ball up into the offensive zone. Over on the right side, Kenny Smith defending against him. Bounce it into Barkley. They'll double team Barkley. Goes low to Ceballos, but Maxwell hustles defensively and gets the ball out of bounds.
That's what quickness will do. Ori left Ceballos, but Maxwell was quick enough to come down and pick him up.
Marley, three-pointer on the way. Around and off, and Olajuwon way up to get the rebound for Houston. To Kenny Smith. Smith at three-point range, keeps the ball going up and down on the dribble, feeds to Maxwell. He'll slash inside, and as he does, he's fouled, and they've allowed Maxwell to move into that lane area in this third quarter. He's fouled by Joe Klein.
Well, they've just allowed too much penetration.
Whoop, hold it.
Delay a game. Phoenix Suns, Charles Barkley disgusted with what's happening in the way they're playing. He knows he did it. He accepts it. But the Suns defensively got to shape up and quit allowing penetration to the middle by Houston.
Maxwell gets the first free throw, and Houston building on what has been their biggest lead of the ball game. Third quarter here at the Summit in Houston, Texas. Maxwell waiting for his second try. That's up, that's short. Rebound to Joe Klein. Klein bounces it out to Barkley. 75-66 Houston. Barkley goes over to the right side. Barkley now starts to drive. Olajuwon picks him up defensively. Barkley keeps coming. Goes inside as his shot blocked. And now we're going to get, I believe, an offensive foul. Jake O'Donnell calls the charge on Charles Barkley.
And I think it was a good call. It was not. Olajuwon was chasing, but another Rocket came over and waited, and Barkley just kept going, and he ran over. And the Suns need to get themselves together right now.
They could use a timeout. Ori out front, one-handing the ball, and now got a technical foul. Joe Klein apparently getting hit with a technical. And now he's been ejected. Joe Klein, I think, has been thrown out of the ball game by referee Jake O'Donnell. Well, the Suns center core is very thin with Mark West hobbled. Joe Klein's been ejected. Two technicals.
That's not the time to get ejected because the Suns need Joe Klein. So we're going to go with that small lineup. You're going to see A.C. Green. And the Suns don't also need to give the Rockets any more opportunities. They've given them enough here in the third quarter, and that's why they find themselves down.
And Kenny Smith hits both of the technical free throws. It is a 9-point lead now for Houston. A.C. Green will replace Joe Klein. I don't know. Klein got all upset in a hurry.
Well, I guess he figures Olajuwon gets away with a lot. He touches Olajuwon, gets the foul called on him, and he challenged Jake O'Donnell, and I've said it many times to my players through the years. Don't challenge Jake O'Donnell.
Suns are over the team foul limit, Cotton. Houston has one team foul in the quarter. Olajuwon gets the free throw. And they are cashing in from the line.
Usually, Al, the aggressor is not the guy who gets all the fouls called on him.
The next free throw won't go. It is 78-66. The Suns have fallen into a hole here, down by 12. KJ driving, feeds it out front. It's picked up by Robert Ori. Ori makes the steal. Houston on the run. Bounce it back to Kenny Smith. Shoot a three. Won't get it. Ball is knocked up in the air. And a loose ball foul. Going to be called on AC Green, and now we're going to get a Phoenix timeout. They need to talk things over. 6 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Houston 78, Suns 66. Back after the full timeout. 7:30 back home at America West Arena, and you can catch it on pay-per-view. Order now. Don't miss a second of this great playoff action. Order by Thursday for only $14.95. Game day price $19.95. Call Dimension Cable or TCI Cable of Scottsdale and order right now. Suns trail by 12 points here in the third quarter.
And the Rockets are on an 18-7 run since halftime. A little over 5 minutes have been played, and they've got that 18-7 run. Pretty simple. Penetration against the Sun defense in the middle, crashing the offensive boards, getting the Suns in foul trouble. And you got to say, Al, that during that period, the Suns seemed for the first time in the playoffs to lose a little bit of their composure.
6 minutes and 48 seconds is the time remaining in the third quarter. And the Suns here in this period have already picked up 7 fouls.
To the Rockets, 1 foul. And I know it'd be easy for our fans to say, hey, you know, the officials are leaning towards against the Suns. That's not the case. I really just think the Rockets came out here, took control of this game by an all-out hustle effort on the boards and the penetration, got the Suns defense in a bind, and they're making them pay for it.
Otis Thorpe's first free throw is not good. Houston is 14 of 21 from the free throw line. The Suns are 8 of 13. Thorpe's next one is not good. He missed them both, and Barkley has the rebound. Horry knocks it out of bounds. Suns will have possession with the lineup now of AC Green, Dan Marley, Cedric Ceballos, Charles Barkley, and Kevin Johnson. And they trail by a dozen, 78-66. KJ between the circles, moves to the right side, gets the ball to Ceballos, takes it in for a running right-hander, but he traveled. And that's a Phoenix turnover. And for the Suns, their 12th turnover. Houston has 6.
They're very frustrated. I saw KJ look back at Jake O'Donnell that time, said he traveled, and he did travel before he put the ball on the floor. The official's job, make the call.
78-66 Houston. Otis Thorpe out front, down to Horry. Horry waiting. Horry gets the pass out on top to Maxwell. Maxwell tries to move into that lane. Can't this time. Gets it back to Horry. Now to Otis Thorpe. Thorpe swings for his move. The ball goes out of bounds. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Houston's possession.
It would be great right here for the Suns' morale right now to come up with a good defensive play with 4 seconds. It could be a killer if the Rockets are able to score an easy hoop.
Maxwell will inbound. Again, 4 seconds to get the shot off. Maxwell looking out front to Olajuwon. A 22-footer, not good. Rebound to the floor and picked up by Ceballos. Give it back to Kevin Johnson. KJ moves. We're halfway through the third quarter. KJ to his left on the dribble. Keeps coming. Stops. 22-footer on the way. Not going to go. Thorpe with the rebound. Suns have not been able to get the ball inside. They trail 78-66. Long pass comes down to Olajuwon. Olajuwon double teamed. He brings the ball in the perimeter. Looks to the corner. Marley knocks the ball away. It comes out of bounds.
And you made a nice play on that, Al.
I went to my right, tipped it back in.
You sure did. I could tell you were a player in Iowa.
Robert Horry will throw the ball in from out of bounds, and it's stolen by Marley. He makes the steal, comes down, jams it. Maybe that'll pick the Suns up.
Well, as a coach, that's what you're looking for. Make your defense do it for you.
78-68, a 10-point advantage. Houston, 5.5 minutes left third quarter. Here's Robert Horry on the right side. Horry straddling the three-point line. Now steps back and shoots the three and gets it. How about that?
Suns defense was all right that time. Horry just happened to hit the shot.
81-68 Rockets. Kevin Johnson right side, has some room, drives, goes to the hoop. He's fouled. Shot didn't go. Kevin Johnson will go to the free throw line. And the foul will be on Akeem Olajuwon of the Rockets.
KJ really used his body good that time. For a small guy against a big guy like Olajuwon, he used that whole body and went right back towards Olajuwon to force the contact.
So Kevin Johnson at the free throw line. His first one is good. He has 14 points in the ball game. And surprisingly, just 3 assists. 81-69 Houston.
Well, again, Barkley did most of his scoring in the first half on his own. Nobody was really feeding him, so there's not that many assists to go around.
Barkley had 15 points in the opening quarter. The 2 free throws are good. Houston leads by 11. Otis Thorpe to Maxwell. Maxwell gives it up on the left side to Olajuwon. Comes out for a 17-footer straight away, and it's good.
Good movement that time by the Rocket offense.
They lead the Suns by 13 points, 83-70. Kevin Johnson comes down the left side. Starts to move towards the corner. He's double teamed. Pete Barkley goes into Sabalos. Maxwell gets over there with a hand and deflects it out of bounds. He's done that on a couple of occasions.
Good speed, good quickness. Looked like Sabalos might get a layup, but no, Mad Max was there.
Sabalos to inbound for Phoenix with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Throws it way out front to Green. Now to Barkley. Barkley puts it on the floor. Now passes out to Green. Green starts to drive. He'll take the ball in, shoot it. Now it's going to be waved off by Tommy Nunez. He's going to call a charge. And Paul Westfall's upset, and the other official, Dan Crawford, will give him a technical. Well, things are not going in the direction of the Suns right now. Green drove the ball to the basket and scored. Referee Tommy Nunez called a charge. Well, Green, I don't know who he charged into as we watch the replay.
If there was a charge, Horry was too far under the basket. There is an imaginary box there. Horry moved over right under the hoop, and there should not be a call.
Kenny Smith hits the technical free throw, 83-70. Now Paul Westphal is still irate with the call. Referee Tommy Nunez, who made it, over on this side of the court. Here's Olajuwon, and he misses inside, and now in the rebound battle, we're going to get a foul called on Otis Thorpe of the Rockets. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter. 83-70, Houston leading it. They had a 1-point lead at halftime. Kevin Johnson over on the left side of the court, takes it into the lane, dishes out to A.C. Green. He's going to shoot a three. Oh, Shazam! He hits it. A.C. Green with his second super shot of the game.
Well, he has to take the shot because Olajuwon not guarding him. He worked on it at shoot-around today.
Whataburger sends $50 to Suns Charities. Here's Olajuwon. Here's the fake. Here's the leaner. Here's the shot. It's good. Hakeem Olajuwon now. 19 points in the ball game. 85-73. Houston leading it. Kevin Johnson out of backcourt. Comes down the left side. Here's the bounce pass for Barkley. Barkley holds the ball on his hip. Now he wants to drive. Takes it in the lane. And the Suns wanted a goaltend. Let's see what the call is going to be here. We're going to have a foul called on Thorpe. And that's his fourth. Sam Cassell will replace Kenny Smith in the Houston lineup right now.
Olajuwon didn't want to take a chance on that one going in. While the ball was going to the hoop, Olajuwon just got up there and took it out of the air.
85-73 Houston. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third quarter. And Barkley, with 21 points in the game, steps to the free throw line. And he had 15 of those points in the first quarter. He has not scored here in the third period. His free throw, number one, is good.
Hasn't really tried many shots, Al. The Suns just offensively didn't get anything going. Turned it over quite a few times, and the Rockets blocked a few shots, and they were able to run on it.
Houston 14 of 23 from the line. Phoenix 11 of 16. And Barkley waiting for his second attempt here. And that's his first miss. Doesn't go. Rebound on the floor, but picked up by Vernon Maxwell of Houston. In this third quarter, without question, the Rockets have been the aggressors. Maxwell going inside to Olajuwon. Out it comes in front, finally to Horry. He'll shoot another three. And he'll get another three. Robert Horry.
And the Rockets lighting it up. Horry, very good if he can sit on it.
88-74. Now here's the baseline drive by Kevin Johnson. He was fouled. He wanted the shot. Not going to get it. Cassell is called for the personal foul. Kevin Johnson thought the shot should count. He came down. The continuation. Well, they don't give it to him, and he'll have to make the 2 points from the free throw line with just over 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
But Al, when you're 14 down, things don't seem to go your way. You might as well quit complaining about it. Just toughen up a little bit to make that comeback, because the Suns should be able to make a comeback against this Rocket ball club.
First free throw by Kevin Johnson is good, and he'll have another try. Joe Klein of the Suns was ejected with 7 minutes and 5 seconds left in this third quarter. KJ gets the free throws. 88-76. 12-point Houston lead. Vernon Maxwell being chased defensively by KJ. Maxwell waiting, goes to Horry. He's been the hot man with the three-point shooting here in the third quarter. Now it's Cassell. Cassell out front to Maxwell. He shoots a three and hits it. Well, they've stolen a page from the Suns. They're knocking down three-pointers like they're layups.
And what opened it up for them was the penetration. When the Suns were closing out quick, the Rockets went by them. Now they're hesitant about closing out, and the Rockets are sitting on the shots.
Barkley at the baseline. His shot off the glass and in. And Barkley gets his first field goal of this third quarter with 2.5 minutes left in the period. 91-78 Rockets. Now here's Horry. Horry out at three-point range. Carl Herrera's checked into the Houston lineup, by the way. Now they get it into Olajuwon. Low on the right side against A.C. Green. Suns double team. Here's the fadeaway from 14 by Olajuwon. Good. Nice play by Akeem.
Sure was. Nothing you could do about that fadeaway.
Kevin Johnson right side. Sam Cassell's against him defensively. KJ at the baseline. Bounces it out, and now we'll get an illegal defense call against Houston with 2:08 remaining in the third quarter and a timeout with a score. Houston 93, Suns 78, and we'll be back after the full timeout. Rockets game 2 here at the Summit in Houston, and in the closing couple of minutes of the third quarter, Rockets have scored 93 points to lead 93-78.
And they only score 101 during the regular season. They're liable to reach that before the period is over. Olajuwon showing his versatility with these fadeaway shots in this ball game. The Rockets have come out in the third quarter. They're 12 of 19. Suns are 6 of 11. The difference in the shots, I would say, is offensive rebounding, the extra shots the Rockets have been able to get, and a few turnovers by the Suns.
Danny Ainge has replaced Sabanos in the Phoenix lineup. Layups, the Suns have had 19 attempts and made 9. Houston's had 23 and made 16.
Big difference. Suns don't have a shot blocker in there. The Rockets do.
Charles Barkley gets the ball low on the left side against Herrera of the Rockets. Feeds it out to Marley. Right back to Barkley. Barkley, double team, feeds KJ. His shot from 18 is short. And the rebound comes down to Vernon Maxwell. Houston 93, the Phoenix Suns 78. And we have 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Maxwell goes into Olajuwon, played by Green. Turn around from the baseline. Good. Up 6 feet away.
No way one guy can stop the big fella.
23 points, 11 rebounds for Olajuwon. KJ on the drive with the left hand. It spins around and comes out. Tough break on the shot. Rebound grabbed by Herrera for Houston. Up to Robert Horry. Down to Sam Cassell. They go inside to Olajuwon. Back to Cassell. Three-point try won't go. Barkley with the rebound. He's got Ainge out on the break. Long pass to Ainge. He'll go to the hoop and score it. Count it. He's fouled by Cassell. With a minute 13 left in the third quarter. 4 personals on Houston's Sam Cassell.
Danny Ainge, using his experience that time, put his body right into Cassell and even put the arm out there a little bit so Cassell would look like he was really holding him, and he really wasn't.
So Ainge gets the field goal coming off the break, and he'll go to the free throw line. Oliver Miller comes in for the Suns. Charles Barkley will come out, and Ainge waiting at the free throw strike. It has been a very large third quarter for the Houston Rockets. They had a 60-59 one-point lead at halftime. Ainge's free throw not good. Rebound, Akeem Olajuwon for the Rockets. Now it comes to Cassell, 95-80. Houston. Cassell over on the left side. Marley meeting him defensively right down. Cassell, little spin move, goes to Maxwell. Inside Olajuwon. Back to Cassell as he breaks through. He's fouled by Danny Ainge.
Well, again, that was the penetration. That's what they show you. If you close out too quick on them, they're going to put that basketball on the floor, penetrate to the middle, and normally pass off to one of the big guys. If you back off too far, they will set on those three-pointers.
So Sam Cassell is first. Suns are going to have a full quarter, a full 12 minutes to try and get back in this game. Game number 3 in Phoenix, Friday evening, 7:30 at America West Arena. Cassell gets the next free throw. 96-80, a 16-point lead. Now on the drive, we've got a foul called. And the foul is going to be on Robert Horry. Horry picks up the foul. Kenny Smith will return to the Houston lineup now. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. KJ taking the ball to the hoop, drawing the foul, and now he'll set up at the free throw line for Phoenix.
KJ hasn't been out of this ball game tonight, Al. This will be 3 straight quarters for him. So we'll have to see if he can step it up in that fourth quarter like he did in game number 1 on Sunday.
First free throw's good. Mario Elie replacing Robert Horry. Horry had 2 3-pointers, plus another hoop here in the quarter. 8 points. Next free throw by Kevin Johnson is good. So he got them both. 96-82. Suns trailing Houston. Closing 45 seconds of the third quarter. Vernon Maxwell out of 3-point range. Maxwell's bounce pass goes to Olajuwon. Hakeem with a fake into the lane for the shot. Good. But he's going to work.
Well, it's one thing to have the moves. It's another thing to be able to nail the shots.
98-82 Rockets. KJ in for the shot that Olajuwon will block. Grabbed off by Maxwell. Maxwell on the drive to Herrera to the hoop with the left hand. Won't get it. But a foul will send him to the free throw line. And picking up the foul for the Suns is going to be Danny Ainge with 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
See, one thing that helps you when you play with a guy like Olajuwon, you can gamble, you can try anything you want to try because you know that the basket is covered. So you can gamble on the defense the way you want to play it, make some things happen because he'll always be back there to block the shot. And you and I have talked about it so many times. Shots blocked usually lead to easy hoops at the other end.
Carl Herrera hits the first of 2 free throws for Houston. And we are going to see right now Earl Cureton, who just was signed before the start of the playoffs. Tail end of the regular season. He's been around Philadelphia, Detroit. Did not play Sunday. Both free throws are good. 40 points have been scored in this third quarter by Houston.
And Houston, they've broken it open. The Suns going to have to climb a mountain in the fourth quarter.
100-82. Houston with a big lead. And they did it all in this third quarter. Suns led most of the first half, trailed by just 1 point at halftime. KJ tries to break through, keeps coming, goes to the hoop, misses the driving layup. Rebound, Herrera. Out to Kenny Smith. Smith throws the ball. It's caught by Maxwell. He'll shoot it from the corner. Won't get it. This third quarter is over, and the Suns are happy about it. After 3 quarters, the Houston Rockets 100, Phoenix Suns 82. Fourth quarter coming right up. Summit at Houston, Texas. Al McCoy along with Cotton Fitzsimmons. A big fourth quarter for the Rockets. They outscored the Suns 40-23 to take this 18-point lead into the final 12 minutes.
Well, and they did it every way, shape, and form. They did it on the defensive end by blocking shots. They did it on the offensive end by finally breaking down that Phoenix Suns defense, getting the penetration to the middle. Once the Suns quit coming out after the penetration, then they would set on their 3-pointers. They started hitting those. They crashed the offensive board. And you just have to be honest about it. This Rocket ball club at halftime, I don't know what Rudy T said to them, but it was a different ball club.
Suns have the basketball. Their work cut out for them. They're down by 18 points. They've got 12 minutes to get back in it. Kevin Johnson's bounce pass goes to Barkley against Herrera. Baseline, 15-footer in and out, won't go. Rebound to Olajuwon. Outlet to Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith slows things down just a little bit, then passes over to Vernon Maxwell. Maxwell played defensively by Kevin Johnson. Brings it up top for the key. Stops, puts up a 22-footer. It's short. On the rebound, Dan Marley hustles to grab it for Phoenix. Ahead to KJ. Suns come down 3-on-3. Back to Marley. His 3-pointer is short. Rebound, Green. He'll follow. No. Green again. Knocked away. Whistle foul. Well, the Suns are coming out hustling. And A.C. Green will go to the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2. We're just in to the fourth quarter. Carl Herrera is called for the personal foul for the Rockets.
Looked like the Rockets going to get away with a foul there, but Jake O'Donnell had it all the way. And he just takes his time when he does. He blows the whistle, takes his time given the number and everything else. A.C. Green working hard on the Suns' offensive board.
And his first free throw is around and out. Not good.
Need to hit the free throws. When you're down 18, 10, 12, fourth quarter, you got to hit everything.
Here's the next free throw by Green. He misses them both. It has not been a good second half for the Phoenix Suns. They created 182. They've missed 9 free throws. They're 15 of 24. Here's Olajuwon. Baseline 15-footer won't go. Rebound to Barkley. After the Suns, Kevin Johnson. He swings down the left side, takes it in the lane. A lot of rockets are there. Feeds Barkley straight away three-pointer. Not good. Rebound, Olajuwon. He dishes off to Kenny Smith. He has 14 rebounds. Hakeem Olajuwon, the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, and the top candidate to be the MVP this season. Houston with the basketball. Maxwell left side into Olajuwon. Out front for Mario Elie. Elie stops. Left of the key. Bounce pass to Kenny Smith. He fires a 14-footer that's good.
He made a great shot that time. That was on a reverse play. Momentum carrying him out of bounds. He still hit it.
Houston leads by 20. Here's KJ at the baseline. In deep. Bounces out to Green. In the corner for Marley. Marley waiting. Marley wheels it to Green. Green takes it into the middle. Forces a shot up that won't go, but he draws the foul. AC missed a couple of free throws a moment ago. He'll have 2 more tries. And again, foul is on Carl Herrera of Houston.
Smart play by AC Green. A minute ago he drove. Call went against him. They called the charge. Olajuwon just runs at you. Tries to get that jump shot up in the air. You know, tries to make you shoot it over him. AC drives him, which is a good play. Cedric Ceballos taking KJ's place for the first time in the ball game.
AC Green's first free throw here is good. Again in the third quarter, Houston scored 40 points to the Suns 23. Green's next free throw good. He hits them both. 102-84. Houston. Kenny Smith will take some time. And Houston can afford to use the shot clock on every possession. They go into Olajuwon left of the lane. In the lane, forces the shot up and gets it. He just battled his way to the basket.
He's just too big for everybody in there right now. He has played like a monster in this second half.
Here's Ainge between the circles. Ainge goes to the left side. Ainge out on the perimeter. A 27-point game for Hakeem Olajuwon, but he had 36 on Sunday and the Rockets lost. Green out front now. Swings it on the right side for Dan Marley. Get it to baseline to Ceballos. About a 12-footer. Won't get it. Barkley has the rebound. Out to Marley. Marley cranks up the 3, but it's off to the left. Ceballos rebounds and scores. Ceballos got the offensive board.
Well, I don't believe the ball got to the rim that time. Ceballos right there. His defender didn't know what happened to the shot.
104-86 Houston. Kenny Smith left side. Ainge with him defensively. Out it comes to Carl Herrera. To Elie, around to Maxwell. Maxwell drives into the corner, feeds Elie. Elie slices right to the lane. Cross court to Kenny Smith. His 22-footer not good, and Ainge with the rebound for the Suns. Ainge will put the ball down on the floor, bring it on the dribble to the right side, goes in underneath the Ceballos, who scores. It is 104-88 Houston. Kenny Smith looks over in the vicinity of the Rocket bench. Rudy Tomjanovich calls out a play. Kenny Smith with the basketball. Herrera comes out. They don't give it to him. Now they do. Herrera over to Mario Elie. Elie into Olajuwon. Olajuwon out to Vernon Maxwell. Now to Kenny Smith. Inside pass is picked off by Barkley. Barkley throws it out to Marley. Marley comes down the left side to the trailing Danny Ainge. Tries to go inside to AC Green, who was held. But the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll belong to the Rockets, but we'll get a timeout with 8 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the ball game. Houston 104, Phoenix 88. And we'll be back right after these messages. 300 Suns fans got to fly on a charter flight into Houston for this game tonight, but I don't think they've been too happy with the second half, Cotton.
Well, they haven't been happy with it, but they've had a great trip, and they would love to see a Suns come back. We've seen the Suns come back from big deficits before. They're down 16, 8:22 to go, but every opportunity they get with the basketball, they have to score. They have to come away with something. That's something they haven't been able to do in the ball game.
Hakeem Olajuwon with 27 points. Otis Thorpe with 20. 16 for Kenny Smith. 15 for Vernon Maxwell. 11 for Sam Cassell. That's been the Houston scoring. And Houston with the basketball and that 104-88 lead. Kenny Smith against Danny Ainge of the Suns. Thorpe comes out front. He'll get the ball. Otis Thorpe wheels it over to Maxwell on the angle left. In low to Olajuwon. Out front to Horry, who's returned. Now to Kenny Smith. Now to Thorpe low. Out to Horry. Good movement of the ball to Maxwell. He'll shoot a three. Not going to get it. And Barkley with a rebound. He's got Marley chasing it. He catches up at the baseline. Throws it out front where Barkley saves it. Now they say over and back. Over and back is the call by referee Danny Crawford. And again, the Suns aren't agreeing with the call.
He left the backcourt. He landed in the front court with the basketball at the same time. You have to get over there. You have to get over in order to make it happen.
Well, the ball's going to belong to Houston.
And Charles was in the backcourt, jumped into the front court, and that is a violation, and the official made the right call.
104-88 Houston. Into Vernon Maxwell for the Rockets. And the Houston fans enjoying this one. They didn't have nearly as good a time on Sunday afternoon. Horry back to Maxwell. Maxwell has a notion, starts the drive, gets it out to Kenny Smith. He feeds it back to Maxwell. Bounce past Horry on the left side. Horry shoots it, won't get it. Rebound saved by Horry. Back to Kenny Smith. 20-footer from the corner won't go. Tipping underneath once. Horry knows. Olajuwon comes out with it. Olajuwon out front to Vernon Maxwell. Suns just really handicapped with the size against Thorpe and Olajuwon. Here's Maxwell over to Horry. Horry's 18-footer is short. Rebound Ainge to Barkley. Barkley starts up on the attack. Comes down the left side. Holds on. Gives it to Sabalos underneath. He drives. It's blocked by Hakeem Olajuwon. Quite a bit of contact, but it was a block. And into the hands of Kenny Smith. That is 10 Houston blocks in the game. Inside Olajuwon. He waits. He's going to be fouled by A.C. Green. Hakeem Olajuwon to the free throw line. We're going to get a timeout. 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in this one. Houston 104, Suns 88. News for you young fellas and gals ages 8 through 17. It's Charles Barkley's All-Star Basketball Camp as Sir Charles teams up with Hall of Fame coach Chuck Daly. It'll be held at Gilbert High School this year from July 18th to the 21st. Get your official entry blank at any Sports Authority store in the Valley or the Suns office.
But in this second half, the Rockets just been so strong in 17 minutes of play. The Suns have only scored 29 points. Give the Rocket defense some credit, and the Rockets have scored 44.
Hakeem Olajuwon at the free throw strike, and his first one's not good. Joe Clyde was ejected from this game in the third quarter with 7:05 remaining. Mark West has not played. He's been bothered with the foot problem. Next free throw by Olajuwon, good. 105-88 Houston. Kevin Johnson handling the basketball for the Suns, and he moves to his left against Kenny Smith. He stops the dribble. The bounce pass goes to Barkley. Barkley against Otis Thorpe. Barkley starts to back down. He draws the double team. Beats Green. They're running out of time. Into Barkley. Baseline. He forces up an 18-20 footer and got it.
Sensational shot by Barkley. His pass went out to A.C. Green. Deflected. Clock running down. He kept his poise. Knocked it down.
105-90 Houston. Kenny Smith takes the ball over to the left side of the court for the Rockets. Goes right into Olajuwon, but we'll get a holding foul called. Kevin Johnson is called for the personal foul this time. Both clubs with 2 team fouls here so far in this fourth quarter.
Again, Rockets trying to go into Olajuwon on every opportunity before they look for a shot for themselves.
Kenny Smith out of three-point range. Goes into the corner. Robert Horry. Horry now with a fake. The drive goes inside, but the pass is knocked away. It goes to the floor. Horry's there, and he's going to call a timeout to save the ball. Looked like the Suns are going to make a steal. It's a 20-second timeout. Looked like the Suns were going to get the steal, but Horry got it back, and as he went to the floor, he called the 20-second timeout. Remember, Game 3 in Phoenix, Friday evening, 7:30. Game 4 at America West Arena in Phoenix on Sunday at 12 noon.
Yeah, that time, A.C. Green did everything right except being able to come up with the basketball AC deflected it. Loose ball. Sid and AC both went for it. Robert Horry, though, fought him in there. He did hurt his right hand a little bit, and you don't want to see that if you're a Rocket fan, because it might affect the shooting in Game 3.
Well, Houston led by 1 at the half, came out with a brilliant third quarter. The Suns got back on their heels, and the Suns trail 105-90. Fourth quarter, 5 minutes, 56 seconds left in the period. Houston's ball, 11 seconds on the shot clock. Suns have done a great job inside. Of course, they have great inside players, Thorpe and Olajuwon. Olajuwon will try one from 16, won't get it. Rebound, Karam's out to Marley. Moves it on the right side for Kevin Johnson. Keeps coming. Draws the double team. Olajuwon comes out. KJ moves out at three-point range. Goes to AC Green. Gives it to Sabanos. He drives and scores. Sabanos. 105-92.
Sid finally able to get a shot off. He used his body that time on Olajuwon, because Olajuwon, he's coming. You might as well know that. He's coming to block every shot.
Sabanos with 12 points. He's 6 of 15 from the field in this game tonight. Vernon Maxwell takes the dribble up top of the key, moves to his left, goes to Horry in the far corner. Horry will shoot an 18-footer. No good. Barkley rebounds it. Barkley will bring it up himself on the dribble. Goes into AC Green. He drives. He waits. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the foul will be on Hakeem Olajuwon of Houston with now exactly 5 minutes to go.
And the Suns collect their thoughts. They get together at the free throw line. This ball club hasn't given up by any means. They're going to try to keep coming after the Rockets. We saw what happened to the Rockets in Game 1. They went cold, couldn't make a bucket. Suns came away with the win. They haven't given up yet.
So Green will try 2 from the charity stripe. First one good. And he'll have one more try. AC Green. Green at that line, he has 11 points, 7 rebounds. Rebounds are still pretty even. 41 boards for Houston, 39 for the Suns. Both free throws are good for AC Green. 105-94 Houston. Defense certainly important for the Suns as they try and scratch their way back into this one. In the corner, Kenny Smith. Maxwell back to Smith. Into Olajuwon. Suns double team. Smith in the corner. Shoot it, won't get it. Rebound out of bounds off Houston. Suns have it. And now ball's banged up in the air by Horry. And the Suns will have it to be a delay game called against Houston.
Yeah, both Houston players fighting for it. Horry, disgusted with himself for not coming up with it, bounced it on the floor hard.
4 minutes and 40 seconds. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Important possession for the Suns. KJ starts the drive, now backs away as he draws the double team. Out to Barkley. Barkley throws it out front to Marley. Now to Green. He shoots a three-pointer. Almost got it. No good. Rebound banged around and saved by Hakeem Olajuwon of Houston. 105-94 the Rockets. Kenny Smith down the left side to Horry. Horry waiting. Back to Kenny Smith in front to Maxwell. Maxwell looks to Olajuwon again. A double teamed by Marley. Back to Maxwell. Shoot a three-pointer. Won't get it. Rebound Kevin Johnson. Push it right down the middle in a hurry. Bounce the ball to Sabanos. He loses it. Kenny Smith knocked it away. Sabanos just got too careless with it. Comes down to Thorpe. His pass stolen back by Barkley. Barkley to Marley. Marley drives. Goaltending on Horry. Give the hoop to Marley. And now we're going to get a foul. Not going to give him the hoop. No basket. Foul will be on Horry. He pinned that ball against the glass. We'll get a timeout called by the Suns. 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game, and still 105-94 Houston. We'll be back after the full timeout. We have 3 minutes 51 seconds left in this fourth quarter in the ball game. 105-94, Houston leading it. And the Suns trying to get themselves back into the ball game. And a couple of big free throws coming up here.
And it's been a long time since the Suns have been able to get down below the double-digit figures. Dan Marley has a chance to put them down by 9. 3:51, a lot of time left. The Rockets have gone cold offensively. Suns just haven't been able to capitalize.
So Marley steps to the free throw line. He has 16 points. He misses the first free throw badly. Very short. Hits the front of the rim, bounces out. He's 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Suns with Danny Ainge, Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, A.C. Green, Charles Barkley. The next free throw is good. Makes it an even 10-point lead for Houston, 105-95. Sam Cassell came in during that timeout. He's there with Kenny Smith, Maxwell, Olajuwon, and Thorpe. Kenny Smith over on the left side of the court now. Out between the circles. Ainge with him defensively. Smith comes to the right side. And now we get a stop and play. And a little conversation going on with referee Jake O'Donnell and referee Dan Crawford. Now the lead official, Jake O'Donnell, comes down to our left of the officials table here, and we'll wait to see why he stopped play here.
I don't know why he stopped it.
Still waiting.
They were wondering about the shot clock and the game clock, whether some seconds went off or not. They said it did not.
There is 3:38 left in the game. There are 12 seconds left on Houston's shot clock. So they inbound to Sam Cassell now. Cassell out front on the drive to the left side. Throws up a shot underneath. Won't get it. Rebound to Kevin Johnson. Lead feed to Marley. Marley breaks down the right side. He wants the three. Shazam! He got it. What a shot. Whataburger sends $50 to Suns Charities. It's 105-98. Now the Suns come alive. Vernon Maxwell over to Cassell. Cassell out at three-point range. Hangs onto the basketball. Cassell waiting. They want to go to Akeem. They don't. Out to Smith. Down to Maxwell. Back to Kenny Smith. Over to Cassell. Cassell into Olajuwon. His pass knocked down. Picked up by Ainge. Up to KJ. He's leading the pack, and he's going to be fouled. He didn't get the shot. It's waved off. He was fouled by Maxwell before, and Kevin Johnson with an opportunity to close the gap to 5 points.
And the Suns just keep coming.
They're on a 10-0 scoring run.
And the Rockets have been struggling. They haven't been able to score. Then they make a turnover. KJ has a chance to cut it to 5.
Kevin Johnson steps to the free throw line. 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the ball game. His first free throw is not good. Rolled around and did not go.
And he does a dance. He is so upset with himself for missing that free throw.
He'll step back to the line. Suns are 20 of 31 free throws. Next free throw is not good. He missed them both. Suns have to keep scrapping. 105-98. Houston. Kenny Smith in backcourt. Fans here a little nervous. They're up on their feet. Kenny Smith against KJ. Kenny Smith waiting. Moves behind Thorpe. Stops. Looks. Feeds Cassell. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Into Olajuwon. Now to Maxwell. Maxwell out to Cassell. He'll put up a three. He got it. That's a buzzer. Oh, brother. How about that? Suns were doing the job defensively. Cassell hit the three. Here's Ainge to Barkley. 2:25 to go. Barkley drives, takes it inside, drops it off at the baseline to KJ. His shot from there is good. A 14-footer baseline right. It's an 8-point Houston lead.
And the Suns still have an opportunity. Just keep playing D like they did a minute ago. All those threes won't go at the buzzer.
Cassell hit a big three a moment ago for the Rockets. Here's Olajuwon. He throws it away. He was double-teamed, threw it out front. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go. An 8-point Houston lead. The third quarter was the disaster for the Suns. They battled back in the fourth. Is there enough time? They gave up 40 points, as you know, in that third frame. Here's Kevin Johnson to Barkley. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Barkley posting up low. Barkley makes his spin move, reverse layup. We get a goaltender or a foul. A foul is going to be called. Suns want the hoop, and they're going to get it. And the foul is on Thorpe. The hoop is good. It's 108-102 with 1:50 to go.
We talked about the Suns, how they struggled in the third quarter. I said that they would have an opportunity in this game. The Rockets have scored 8 points against the Suns here in the fourth quarter.
Barkley steps to the free throw line. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining. Barkley takes his time. Here's the free throw on the way. Good. 108-103. Now it's a 5-point game. Houston with the lead. Defensive pressure for the Suns. Cassell in backcourt. Thorpe pushing Ames away, and the pass goes to the left side over to Kenny Smith. Now they go to Olajuwon. Back to Smith. In front, Cassell. Maxwell's going to shoot a three. Won't get it. Barkley rebounds. Up to KJ. Minute 35 to go. KJ on the drive. KJ keeps coming. Here's the shot. Won't get it. Green rebounds, and a foul is called inside with a minute 28 to go in the ball game. Foul is on Otis Thorpe, and I believe that's his sixth.
That may be all for Otis, but now time is on the side of the Rockets, so the Suns have to make these free throws. KJ went hard to the hoop. Cassell went down, no call. AC came back with it. Now he goes to the line, and it's vital with 1:28. You don't miss a free throw.
Otis Thorpe still has not left the floor. He's fouled out of the ball game with a minute 28 seconds remaining. AC Green will go to the free throw line, where he's made 4 of 7 in the ball game tonight. Remember, Game 3, Friday evening, 7:30, America West Arena in Phoenix. Carl Herrera will replace Thorpe for Houston.
And it's interesting, when the Suns are fighting for their life in this fourth quarter, when they go down to double team Olajuwon, I mean, they're going down there with fire in their eyes and making it tough for the big guy to find the open man.
AC Green at the free throw line for Phoenix. He looks. He shoots. Not good. It is short.
Well, if they don't come back, Paul Westphal smiling, grinning, if they don't come back, they can look at the free throws and say, hey, we just missed too many in the fourth quarter.
And both of them are missed. Barkley follows, and he's fouled. Barkley got the offensive rebound, and he was fouled. Fouls on Herrera, and Barkley will have 2 tries. A minute 27 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Charles Barkley loves to slide inside. Herrera couldn't keep him out of it, and Herrera pulled him down from behind. They could have called a flagrant foul, and the Suns get the ball. They did not.
29 points for Barkley in this game this evening. So he'll have 2 tries. The Suns are 21 of 35 free throws. First one's good.
And that got a little iron, and Marley, KJ walk up to Barkley, pat him on the back, say that's the way to do it.
108-104 Houston. 1 minute 27 seconds. Time remaining in the ball game. Barkley waiting for his second free throw attempt. He stops. He looks. That's good. Now the Suns put on some full court defensive pressure, but Houston will take a timeout. 1:27 left in this, what's turned out to be a thriller. Houston 108, Suns 105. We'll be back after the full timeout. Suns Basketball Network.
23-8 run this quarter.
You're watching Phoenix Suns Basketball on KUTP TV 45 Phoenix.
The amazing Phoenix Suns are on a 23-8 scoring run. They've cut what was a 20-point Houston lead down to 3 with a minute 27 left in the ball game. 108-105 the Rockets. Houston with the basketball. They will throw it in from out of bounds at midcourt. Vernon Maxwell looking. Maxwell out to Hakeem Olajuwon, who comes way out front to get the ball. Olajuwon gets it back to Sam Cassell. Cassell's three-pointer's been the difference right now. Cassell looks inside. It's knocked down by Smith. AC Green picked up by Barkley. Here come the Suns. Minute 12 to go. Kevin Johnson against Cassell. KJ over to the left side. Goes into Barkley. He's got Herrera on him. I don't know who Olajuwon's guarding. Out comes AC Green. Here comes his three. No good. Rebound battle. Cassell's there. He's fouled by Kevin Johnson.
But the Suns had a foul to take. The ball goes on the side.
59 seconds remaining. 108-105. Houston. Suns again shadowing everybody defensively. Kenny Smith with the ball in backcourt. 52 seconds left in the game. He brings it up front. Calls out a set play. Olajuwon comes out high. Kenny Smith to his left. Behind an Olajuwon screen. Takes it into the middle. Finger roll shot won't go. Rebound Barkley with 40 seconds to go. Now to KJ. KJ up out of backcourt to Marley. Marley out to Ames. He's got the open three. Shazam! Tie game. 108-108. 32 seconds left. Suns have to get back defensively, but Houston wants a timeout. They're going to take a 20, I believe, if they have it.
I think they used that 20.
I thought they did also.
It'll be a full timeout because Horry used it when he fell to the floor on an intercepted pass, I thought.
Let's keep it right here. An amazing comeback by the Suns. They trailed it by 20. 26-8 run. 108-108 tie. And a moment ago, well, what can you say? The Suns just keep coming. Danny Ainge, long-range Ainge.
They got their opportunity, and they've taken advantage of that opportunity. And with 22 seconds on the shot clock and 30 seconds on the game, no matter what the Rockets do, the Suns have a chance to win the ball game, at least get a shot to tie it, and maybe win it. They need to play the defense without making the foul.
They tell us, Cotton, this is the largest deficit ever overcome in playoff history. The fourth quarter here. 1-0. On the momentum going in this fourth period, you mentioned it. They had fire in their eyes.
They sure did when they went down to double Olajuwon in this period.
Danny Ainge with the big three to tie the game.
Danny Ainge had been cold in the first half, 1 for 5. This is why you want Veterans Championship players. He said, look, the collar getting a little tight. Now it's down to 1 possession for the Rockets, and here's the bench. Now remember now, Phoenix has missed 4 free throws during this stretch.
Danny Ainge. Of course, the playoff experience coming to the fore for Danny Ainge and the Phoenix Suns. It's tied at 108. Phoenix on a 10-0 run.
See, the Suns have nothing to lose here. They're playing loose. The Rockets are holding on for dear life. There's a double team right now showing a little tap where they do not want to get an illegal defense here.
In low to Olajuwon. Turnaround jumper. No. Yes. No.
How'd that stay out? Now the Suns get the last shot to win this game.
No, yes, no. 12 seconds remaining in the game. Shot clock is off. It's in the hands of Barkley. Isolated against Herrera.
You got to double it.
Barkley. No. Did that beat the buzzer?
No.
Wait for it.
No.
We have overtime, and they're still discussing it, but Jake O'Donnell said the shot did not beat the buzzer on the tip-in. We will go to 5 minutes of overtime.
Watch the red light above the basket. The fading shot is missed. Watch the red light to go on. Right there, you see it where the ball is, the red light right below it. The game is over at that point in time.
We'll be back with 5 minutes of overtime. The fans at the Summit are stunned.
How many ways?
Move it on, huh? Move it on.
Oh, yeah.
If they don't make the run, they'll probably pull the plug. They had the last shot to win the game. That's the explosiveness of the Suns. More importantly, though, they've geared their defense up, and the Rockets have gone stone cold from outside. So what's happening is the ball's going into the post, and the Suns are sending 2 and 3 people at Olajuwon and saying someone else is going to have to make some shots. Now, Kenny Smith and Maxwell have got to step forward. Otis Thorpe is out of the game. Herrera is an offensive rebounder. Cassell is a rookie, and he's got courage, but this is where Maxwell and Smith have got to come forward and make some shots for this team.
Now, Otis Thorpe fouled out of the game with 20 points. Cassell got the loose ball back out here to Kenny Smith. It's Smith, Cassell, and Vernon Maxwell with Herrera and Olajuwon for Houston.
Oh, he was out of bounds.
Looks like that ball hit but first time out. There's that quick 20 as Kenny Smith was sliding across the floor. The ball actually hit the sideline, but he got the timeout call from Jake O'Donnell first. So the first 11 seconds of the overtime, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back to the Summit here in Houston, Texas. Nobody's left this game yet. All right, now the Rockets, who called the 20-second timeout, first were signaled to get a full. Now it's a 20, I think. We'll find out. We'll either stay or go. And you'll find out when we do. We're happy to say we could present these commercials. I knew you were waiting for them. We'll be right back.
Business.
Hot Oldies 97.
Helpless feeling in the building belonging to that man, Rudy Key.
Well, you had a 20-point lead. Everything was going your way. Your team goes stone cold. You're trying to keep them confident. You're trying to keep them energetic. You know you're hanging on, and you're hoping someone can come up with a big play. It's the most frustrating feeling from a coach because you're really helpless. You got an out call on the players. They have to make plays.
Sam Cassell.
Who's going to shoot it other than Hakeem?
4 to shoot. 3. Smith has to lean in. Rebound AC Green.
They are so tentative on offense right now. You can just see it.
And Phoenix can play defense during parts of the game. Look at AC Green play big. Kevin Johnson misses another layup. Remember, Kevin Johnson played all 24 minutes of the first half and set out no more than a minute or so here in the second half. And so virtually this entire game.
See, Elijah Wan goes to block the shot. Green is being played by Elijah Wan, so he goes to the basket, and there's no one to block him out. So Hakeem's greatness on defense, someone's got to rotate over and put a body on AC Green. When is the last lead by Phoenix in this game?
It was prior to halftime, just prior to halftime, because Houston led by 1 at the half, 60 to 59. Phoenix last led 57-54.
Correction foul has been called now on number 7 on Guerrero.
AC Green gets only one of them. It's a 1-point lead. Free throws have not been a feature for the highlights for either team in this game tonight.
I have to think Hakeem Olajuwon is absolutely exhausted right now.
Nevertheless, a 3-point opportunity for Hakeem. He played 22 minutes in the first half and almost all the minutes here in this half.
Interestingly enough, who are they going through? Cassell and Olajuwon. Great confidence for Cassell to get the ball inside. And Olajuwon, you see, not the great lift, the up and under, and the hesitation. This man has played his heart out tonight, and he's got to have some help here at the finish.
He had 36 points and 16 rebounds in game 1, 31 and 16 here in overtime. And the Rockets back up by 2 with 4 minutes to go. The crowd on their feet. Kevin Johnson, big bucket. And Kevin has struggled in the fourth quarter due to what we think is tiredness. He is certainly not mentally tired. Oh, Olajuwon wrestled AC Green down, but still to pick. Marley is going to take Herrera right inside and get the lay-in, and the Suns now go up by 2.
Bob, AC Green fell down and got back up and deflected that pass.
AC Green playing with a giant heart here tonight against Hakeem Olajuwon. Ainge strips it.
Danny Ainge had him in a headlock. It's got to be a foul.
Jake O'Donnell calling the foul on Danny Ainge.
He had him in a headlock.
That's 4 on Ainge.
Look at AC Green falling down. Look at this play. That's what puts him into the lead. What a great hustle play. And look at him. He's out ahead of the pack, and Cassell has to foul him. Or take the foul, they don't get it, and then Marley with the layup. And here's the headlock on Danny Ainge. This is a half Nelson right there. Potential pin and takedown.
He's just congratulating Hakeem on the Defensive Player of the Year. Now the lead, 113-111. We have 17 on the clock. Olajuwon is going to have to get the shot off. He put it down, and Johnson took it. It's 2 on 1. Kevin Johnson hands it to the trailer. It's AC Green who is fouled. Running the lane. The Suns by 2 and Green to the line.
They're trying to find ways to get Hakeem to score. That time he takes AC out on the floor. They isolate, and they try to get him in a one-on-one, and here comes Kevin Johnson to strip the ball away from him, and then Hoot comes down the floor, but AC Green, watch him sprint down the floor, and Olajuwon is so tired, he can't get back with him.
AC couldn't quite get up to the rim. They're all tired. This has been a track meet here tonight.
Well, AC better get up to the gym and get to his free throws. What is he on the night now? Wow, 5 of 12.
This is a big one here. It's a 2-point Suns lead with 3:07 to go in overtime.
During the regular season, AC Green shot 74%.
Missed them both again.
A 5-2-point
lead.
Who's going to shoot the ball, Bob? I keep saying, who's going to shoot it other than Olajuwon? Where is Vernon Maxwell, and where is Kenny Smith?
Down to Olajuwon. Cassell
Kenny Smith will drive. Cassell will take the shot. He missed it this time. Barkley above the rim. He's got 15 boards. 2:38 to go in overtime. Phoenix trailed 102-82 with 10.5 to go in the game. 7 to shoot.
Cold-blooded Danny Ainge. Watch him.
Green is the man.
He's pressure. He's pressure. Olajuwon is exhausted.
Clock down to 2:09. Kevin Johnson dishes to Barkley for the set shot. He's not going to miss that three. Charles Barkley gives the Suns their biggest lead since early in the second quarter.
You better throw the ball in.
Timeout, Houston. Charles Barkley's three-pointer gives the Suns a 5-point lead.
Well, take a look here as Charles starts to tee this up. Look at this right here. This is Scotty Brooks trying to distract him. And Charles said, that does not bother me one bit, Scott. And you keep your eye on Charles Barkley, and he is excited.
34 points for Charles Barkley tonight.
And a 5-point lead. 4 for 23 in the fourth quarter and overtime for the Rockets.
Look at this bench. There's Oliver Miller, Cedric Ceballos. Phoenix knows if they go up 2-0 here, a chance to sweep at home. And look at the fourth quarter overtime scoring, 34-11. Phoenix has outscored Houston. Phoenix also won the fourth quarter and got the win in game number 1.
Remember now, game 1, they went on a 13-0 run and beat them 30-21 in the fourth quarter. They're trying desperately to find shots for people, and Olajuwon, they're not going to let him shoot the ball. Someone else is going to have to shoot the shot.
Cassell tries the penetration in the jump hook, and it rims out of there. Who gets it? Kevin Johnson. Johnson to aim. Pull up.
Look at A.C. Green down there once again.
Sam Cassell is injured down at the other end of the floor. He went down hard on the transition. That's Sam Cassell.
Number 7, Carl Herrera. His 6th personal foul.
Vernon Maxwell going down to attend to him. Nobody else has been there or even noticed it. I think the Houston bench just now became aware that Cassell is down as Herrera fouled out of the game.
See if he gets slapped in the face going for the loose ball. Looked like Hakeem actually accidentally got him with his right hand. Watch Hakeem's right hand. Right
finally
there. Right there.
And finally, somebody comes out on the floor to attend, Ray Melchiori, to attend to Cassell after a long time. Crowd very quiet here as Cassell is down. The Rockets are down. Houston led in this game 102-82. Let's hope Cassell's all right. He seems to be in a great deal of pain at the moment.
Bob, I can't remember another game in the fourth quarter where a team has been down 20 in the fourth quarter that the team has come back to win. I don't know what the largest margin of comeback is in the fourth quarter.
Particularly a visiting team.
Right.
Let's see Cassell again. See if it's his own hand who gets him in the eye. Right there. Could that be it?
Well, boom. I think that's where he goes down when Hakeem gets him.
Whatever the case is, Cassell is now back up.
Well, looks like he got thumbed or something. Hakeem got him.
According to the Houston Rockets PR folks, 20 points is the largest fourth quarter playoff deficit ever overcome.
You know what normally happens when you're that tremendous surge to get back and you don't have enough gas to finish the game. And you know what was interesting? As Phoenix was making this run, they got more energetic and more alive. They were walking over to us. We're going to win this game. We feel great. We're feeling good. And I think they convinced themselves that they had more left in the tank. And again, let's get back to it, that Olajuwon has had no help. I mean, he can't get a shot off, and this is where big people get taken out of the game.
We'll get a report on Sam Cassell and see what's wrong with him. He went out. Looked like he got poked in the eye. It appears to be all right, but he is on the bench with 1:25 remaining. Phoenix with a 5-point lead.
A field goal Hill would just about do it, especially if it's a 3 by Ainge.
A.C. Green is there again. He is fouled. Olajuwon was on his back.
A.C. Green has been tremendous tonight. Forget the missed free throws. He's 5 for 13. But he has just enlivened his team tonight. He really has been a major, major factor because he realizes that Olajuwon is not guarding him. He's the center fielder on defense, and he's just going to the basket.
12 rebounds, 6 of them offensive boards.
And I bet you 4 of them have been in the last 8 minutes.
Exactly. Let's see if Green can knock down a couple of free throws. He missed his last 2. There's one, and it's now a 6-point Suns lead. And people are leaving this building. You'd think it was the Poseidon. Some of the fans may feel that way right now. They are stunned. Their team had this one in the bank. 102-82 with 10.5 to go in the game.
Remember when I said that the Rockets were going to have to win this game with their defense, that they had nothing left offensively?
There it is, a 7-point Phoenix lead with 1:16 remaining in this ball game. Phoenix on the verge of taking a 2-games-to-none sweep of the opening playoff round. 16 to go in the extra period. Coming up right after this, we'll be joining Fred Hickman and Mike Glenn for Inside the NBA. Look back at the career of Isaiah Thomas, of course, highlights from this game and the Knicks win. The Knicks hold a 2-game-to-none lead over the Bulls with their 96-91 lead and victory earlier tonight. Tomorrow on TNT, Indiana leading 1-game-to-none. We'll go back to Atlanta. That'll be followed by Denver and Utah. I think everybody thought it was going to be Seattle, San Antonio, but no. Denver, Utah in that bracket in the West. We have 1:16 to go. The ball will be inbounded at half court. Charles Barkley, 34 points to match his number.
Interesting. Scotty Brooks is into the game. This is the guy who's hit some big shots and played a lot of fourth quarters, and we did not see much of him. I'm sure Rudy's going to get a lot of questions on where was Scott Brooks as Horry fires up a shot that has absolutely no chance.
And that'll about do it. 1 minute to go in the game. Suns by 7. Houston out of gas.
They just ran out of gas, and they didn't have enough to play defense. And what happens is this is a team, again, 5th in the league in defense, 96.8 points a game they were giving up. And the Suns just came at them with that offensive arsenal and just were relentless in their attack. And Otis Thorpe fouling out was a big key because he would have at least been a guy that could offensive rebound or they could go to in the post to give the team some rest.
Herrera's out also, and Sam Cassell is out because he was poked in the eye.
The Suns have made me believers over the last 2 weeks. I had a lot of questions about them, but the way they disposed of Golden State, they could have come in here tonight, down 20, 10 minutes to go, folded in the tent, and they said, no, we want to win this game. Charles does not want to come back here anymore this year.
Houston has been outscored 29 points when they since 10.5 left in the game. Horry hits the 3 there. It's a 7-point Phoenix lead. Marley with a little stutter step lost the ball. Houston ball. It's a 7-point game. 40 seconds to go. Rockets have had only 3 field goals in the last 15 minutes. That's a 3. Hold everything. Come back inside the building. Suns by 3 with 33 seconds to go. A quick foul in the backcourt, and Kevin Johnson will go to the line.
See, that's what Scott Brooks will do. He gives you that veteran savvy, and Rudy T decided to go with the younger guys, and Scotty Brooks, that little off-the-shoulder 3-point shot, he played very well in the first half in his 3 minutes.
And he tried to defense Charles 3 from the bench before he came in. Kevin Johnson knocks down this free throw. It's 4-point game and an opportunity for 5 with 32.8 to go. Kevin Johnson has 26 points, is 10 for 13, make it 11 for 14 from the free throw line. Those were big free throws for Kevin Johnson. Horry. This is the 3, aims the rebound. He'll go to the line. With 23 seconds left in the game, and Danny Ainge, a high 80s free throw shooter.
Bob, let me tell you how big this game could be for Phoenix if they win it. Last year, it took them 5 games to get rid of the Lakers, and then it took them 6 to get rid of San Antonio. So that's 11 games, right? They sweep Golden State, and if they go home and win, they advance to the next round in 4 fewer games. That's how important it is to win every game you can win.
And they seem to realize that this year, and Rudy Tomjanovich has the look of George Karl.
Well, it's like, what was Chuck Daly's quote? This is a suffering business. You can put that right under Rudy T right now. And if you go to if you go to Paul Westphal, he says, I'm having fun myself. He says, I don't see anything suffering about this.
Until the game's over and he starts
Paul.
preparing for game number 3.
Well, he's having fun right now until he gets to the press conference, and then it becomes a chore once again.
We have 21 seconds to go in this ball game. And it is all over but the shot.
The heart has been taken out of the Houston Rockets right now. They have got a major, major job on their hands of coming in Friday now in Phoenix and saying, it's up to us now to win. And the fans are booing, and you know what? This is awful because this Rocket team has been sensational this year.
Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns get the victory. It's unbelievable. They were down 20 with 10.5 minutes to go, and Joe Klein is out here hugging Barkley. Klein had been tossed, and we're going to get Charles to come over here courtside with us and talk to us about this game. This has been unbelievable. Just wedge your way in here, Charles. You're so regular with us on the sideline that you're family, so I'm not going to call you.
Don't get close to me. You're sweating, okay?
I'm not going to call you. You're right. That's why I started shrinking up.
How about this? Phoenix outscores the Rockets 42-7 in the fourth quarter. My question is, how did you come back? What was the key to being down 20 and coming back for the win?
Well, we always feel like if you got a lot of time to go, we got a lot of three-point shooters. We got our fast break going. We got a lot of easy baskets. So we always feel like there's a lot of time to go. We got a chance to come back.
Charles, could you sense, as we did, as you were playing, the fact that as Houston went cold, no one wanted to shoot the ball, and it's like you guys just were like piranhas on top of Hakeem Olajuwon.
No question. Coach said, hey, there isn't anybody over there who wants to shoot. So when Hakeem got it, we were all over him like that cheap suit you got, and the other guys started missing those shots. That's how they got the big lead. They made those shots.
Now, Charles, I said something here, and now I want you can either confirm this or you can say, Doug, you have no idea what you're talking about. Last year, 5 games against the Lakers, then 6 against San Antonio, 11 games to get into the conference finals. You get 2 here, you've swept Golden State, you go home, you get 7, that's 4 less games. What did that do to Charles Barkley?
I need to rest. Last year, I think we got tired in the finals. The Seattle series took a lot out of us. We're a year older. Ainge is a year older. I'm a year older. Mark West is a year older. Our goal, we're not playing to win. We're playing not to lose. Because we had a meeting before the playoffs started. We said we don't ever want to feel like we felt last year in the Chicago game. You know, you dedicate 7 months of your life to trying to win a championship. And that's the worst feeling I've ever experienced. And I think our entire team. So our goal was, hey, let's not play to win. Let's play not to lose, because nobody want to feel like that again.
Charles, I talked with you at the shoot-around this morning about your back, your physical condition. You said you felt pretty good coming into this game. How did you feel, and how do you feel now?
I'm a little sore, but I feel great. You know, it's just a little sore after games and the next day, but I feel good. Hey, you know, don't anything hurt as bad when you win.
How about Scotty Brooks over there waving his arms at you, your day or so ago golf partner, when you were taking that 3 from the corner?
Hey, I was putting it up, and I just got lucky on that shot. Kevin did a great job of giving me the ball.
Were you a little surprised, and were you happy that Scott Brooks wasn't in the game in the fourth quarter when they started to struggle? Because he's really been their fourth quarter guy this year. He went with the younger team, and Maxwell didn't even look to take a shot, nor did Kenny Smith.
Well, you know, they did get a little nervous when they started. Because, hey, those shots are great as long as they're going in. But when they started missing, you're right, we were all over Hakeem. And we just fortunate to get 2 here. Once we got the first one, our goal was to get greedy. We felt like this is going to be a great series, and it still could be a great series. But if we don't win it, it's our own fault.
Charles Barkley, our player of the game, congratulations. Doug and I will be seeing you in Phoenix on Friday.
Sounds good to me, baby.
All right, keep loose, Charles. Charles Barkley, our player of the game. Keep loose. As if he wouldn't. 34 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and Budweiser will donate $1,000 on behalf of Charles to the United Negro College Fund. And now...
Jump center against you. A capacity crowd filling up here quickly.